devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand, bang, got my hand, call
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good evening, good evening. Man, it's been over a week since I've done a live stream, and I got to be real. I whatever I was sick with, man, it took me out for like 4 or 5 days. I was literally just in bed, dude. It took me out, uh, and I just got to thinking, where's Key ASC? I was just thinking about you because I'm about to open my Topo Chico, and I was just wondering where you been at, bro. If you're out there, miss you, love you, hope you're well, and I appreciate this little delightful trinket that I have to remember you by. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into it. So because man, isn't that so cool? Um, because we weren't able to do our Two of Us Tuesday this past Tuesday. Myself and my esteemed guest, actually two guests that we're going to have on. One has to be the moderator, while the other one is the individual I disagree with. We're going to be talking about OC spray and the whole thing that evolves when you talk about EDC and different levels of tools that apply to different levels of like the force continuum, as it's called. And it's going to be really good conversation, and I think it'd be really difficult with the current situation at hand, um, for us not to dive into maybe a little bit of a SIG 320 talk. We'll see. Seems like people are just going crazy over that, man. Honestly, the last thing I want to talk about is sig 320s, but it may need to come up again, just as like a little side note, and a couple other things, some new things happening, some cool stuff going on. So just hang out tonight because it's going to be a good show. Plus, there's nothing better than two people disagreeing and us getting into it over the little things that we disagree with. It's going to be good, so you'll enjoy it. Anyway, welcome everybody. I'm Dark with DLD After Dark. I have this channel here on YouTube, and also we do stuff over on the other place, the Green Place, and also Instagram, the Twitters, all the stuff. DLD After Dark on everything. We run a live show every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at around 10:30. Depending on stuff. And yeah, it's been over a week since I've done a show, so I'm glad, honestly glad to be back. I am feeling better, feeling a lot better, so I appreciate all you guys. It looks like I'm kind of lagging here. I don't know what's going on, but let me know if you guys are seeing any interruption. If I need to, I could switch networks and have a little bit of a faster time. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into it. So first of all, if you guys are watching this for the first time, we know that YouTube doesn't like to show this content to new people. So if you are brand new, then shout out in chat. We'll give you a heyo and a what's up and a welcome. And if you are truly watching this for the first time, we welcome you. I would encourage you to come in and hang out, spend time with the beautiful folks over here, or if you're watching on mobile, it'll be the beautiful people right below me, and hang out and chat. We built a great community over here of a bunch of awesome people. So I think if you do choose to stick around, then you'll probably have a good time, you may even learn something. And if you receive value from this show, then I would encourage you to subscribe, like, share. If you are here and you're one of the OGs and you're just, one of the homies that are always here, do me a favor and do click the thumbs up. Y'all know I rarely ask you for that. Oh, wow. Y'all know I rarely ask you for that, but if you could do me that favor, it would be super important. And this is honestly a really important topic that's usually overlooked because all we need is guns. All we need is handguns. We don't need anything else. We need a 9mm with 21 rounds and nothing else, right? But obviously, that's really not the case. So we're going to have a great conversation. I'd encourage you guys to stick around tonight. If you are watching this the next day or the next day or the next day on the replay, then do me a favor, sound off in the chat or in the comments rather, and drop a comment. Replay Mafia, Razor JB, where you been at, bro? I ain't seen you around here. Drop a comment. Replay Mafia, recapitulation, syndication, refried beans, reheating the leftovers, all that stuff. Y'all know how it is. And because almost all of the support on this channel is from either A, shopping at DLD Hardware, or B, shopping at Definition Knives, which we got some new stuff dropping. Ayo. Channel membership is the best way to support the channel. So we want to give a huge thank you to all of the channel members. So we're going to do a quick little hello and welcome to all of our people. But first in chat tonight, Traveler, my guy, congratulations. He was first in here. Boom. As soon as the stream was created, he jumped in. So you, sir, deserve one crisp high five. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. And to all the channel members, we got Blue Curtain Burner in the building. Brother, great to see you. Channel member. Joe Vacu, moderator. Brother, great to see you. Appreciate you coming and hanging out. Eric Stockbridge, also a channel member. Great to see you, my guy. Appreciate you. Kurt 24, the producer of the show. Not only is he a channel member, he's also a moderator. Great to see you, my guy. Appreciate you, man. Let's see, Kurt 24, Eric Stockbridge. Look at you dropping the definitionknives.com link. Thank you. Yes, we do have a knife company. So take advantage of the great pricing on knives before the 124% tariffs fall into place. So, man, I don't know how real or realistic that thing is, but we'll see. Obviously, the pricing has gone up on goods coming from China. Obviously, the cost of shipping has gone up with goods, coming from China. And then also the cost of shipping, customs insurance has gone up stuff from coming from China. But I may have something brand new to show y'all tonight. So, stick around. I think y'all are gonna love it. Let's see. Kurt 24. Tex Bullington, brother. Appreciate you coming in and hanging out also with Chinamemba. It's a Luigi. It's a Luigi. Yo, by the way, Luigi, I found out. So I went back, and I rewatched the video. What it was we were trying to get Dianexus with the Mag project to do a DLD Gucci print. And we were trying to, ask like, hey, if we can get like X amount of orders, then we can get him to make the magazine. But it ended up being, a wash. Nothing happened. Nothing was made. So I think it was like another $30 or something like that. That you had sent in like hoping that like we would actually get the mags made, but yeah, we never got them made. So I'm happy to send it back to you, or send you something else. Just let me know, or I'll respond to you in the email as well. So but I couldn't believe, I was like, DLD magazines, I was like, what? It's like, I don't even remember that. Yo, Ting Ting, where you been, man? I haven't seen you in forever. Good to see you. But yeah, crazy. I honestly didn't even remember. Mike McClune, the Goon, brother. Great to see you. Chanamemba and the moderator. Great to see you, brother. Let's see, Kurt 24. Fat Rooster, brother. Great to see you. And check this out. Bam. Fat Rooster shirt. Isn't that fire? Thank you, Fat Rooster, for sending the shirt. Just so all y'all know, I do work for double XL t-shirts. People like hold up signs that say like "will work for food" or whatever. Yeah, will work for double XL t-shirts. Secret 24, Fat Rooster, Mike McClune the Goon, Eric Stockbridge, Fat Rooster, it's a Luigi, and a McFlurry. Oh, it's been a minute since I had a McFlurry. Cali Prepper, brother. Great to see you, man. Also with Chinamemba. Appreciate you, brother. Secret 24, Cali Prepper. Let's see who else we got. Flying Rich. Great to see you as well. Chinamemba as well. Appreciate you, brother. And let me see here. Hey, another wrench. Frederick Donegan with Red Dawn Readiness. Great to see you, brother. And yeah, I got you, man. I honestly, I'm surprised and proud that you remembered. So appreciate you. Let's see, Card 24, Frederick Donegan, Zanti Misfit, brother. Great to see you. Also, Chenamemba. Appreciate you, my guy. And everyone else, OC is a condiment. Appreciate all y'all tuning in and coming in and hanging out. And we're going to go ahead and jump into it so we don't leave everyone waiting too long. But first, I must take a moment and welcome Lifetime Chenamemba Drewski Widadewski. Great to see you, my guy. Appreciate you coming in and hanging out as well. And everyone else, all the OGs, all the honorable mentions, we love you. So we talked about this, and I had said, when when me and the homies have some disagreements, I think it's important to have everyone come up here and get to stand on their soapbox and have a conversation about their perspective and their opinion on things. And OC spray just happened to be one of those things that came up. So we're gonna have that conversation tonight, amongst other things. I mean, there's a whole another piece of this that becomes a conversation when you talk about the use of force continuum, as the police call it. And then you talk about everything. It's going to be a pretty expansive conversation, not just about OC spray, but also when to use certain things for ordinary force, beyond ordinary force, and lethal force. And I think it'll be a good conversation. So come in, hang out, grab yourself a drink, and let's do this. And we'll begin with bringing in our first guest, because our moderator isn't here yet. Our first guest, which is your boy, you know him, you love him, Frederick Donegan the third, with Red Dawn Readiness.
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Appreciate you guys tuning in. Glad our boy Dark's feeling better. And
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
looking forward to having a full-on discussion about whether or not you should carry OC spray or a definition knife.
Heyo, look at that bad boy right there, man. Oh man, I can't show that yet. Yeah, we'll bust the co-pilots out, and what a perfect time to bring on our super professional moderator of the evening, Flying Rich.
Wow.
Dang, your mic is super hot. I don't know
What?
why. Sometimes it
What is my mic hot?
It's not that bad, is it?
sizzling. But let's do this. Go ahead, Red Dawn. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Let everyone know who you are, what you do, where they can find you, all that good stuff.
That's crazy how that looks on green screen.
That is really weird. It's like see-through.
I'm Red Dawn Readiness on all platforms: Rumble, X, YouTube, and Instagram. Man, those are a lot of platforms. But yeah, come check me out. I do cool things, talk about cool things, and just explore the world around me. And you can come with me upon my journey as I do those things. And I worship the one true God, Jesus Christ, my Lord. And
Elohim.
you know, shout out to everybody out there. Appreciate everybody that tunes into the show. Thanks for having me on, Dark.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I would encourage all of you guys to subscribe to Red Dawn Readiness if you have not already. Obviously, a lot of us do stuff on not only YouTube, but also on the Rumbles and on everything, Instagram, the tweeters, all the stuff. So check out everybody as you see these delightful panelists this evening. You'd be surprised to find that they also engage on other platforms as well. And we also have our esteemed colleague here tonight to be the professional moderator. By that, I mean Rich is just going to yell at both of us throughout the entire engagement. Rich, let's do the samesies. Introduce yourself. Let everyone know who you are, what you do, and where they can find you.
I think most importantly, I am the co-whatever of Definition Knives.
The co-whatever. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The HNJIC. Yeah. And let's see. I have this
The head
little
nuisance in charge. What is it?
Yeah, and of course I have flyingrich.com where you can find all my social media. And let's see, so my crappy YouTube channel has twice as many subscribers as you.
Wow.
And my good YouTube channel has 4 times as many subscribers as you.
Man, that you got to double those
That's
numbers for
awesome,
my
man.
channel.
Yeah.
And again, I do
8
this
times.
ribbing. Mind you, Dark has a fantastic audience and
Thank you.
fantastic audience engagement.
So
and
do you,
those-
because your whole audience is my audience. I mean, you know,
and
we
whoever else I steal audio from.
share audience. All of us do. We all have cross viewership, but that's the beautiful thing about the community, right? You always see the OGs go from here to here to here. You know,
Oh yeah.
mostly here, but you know, you see them in other places
Ooh, the
too.
Goon Beam doesn't.
Moonbeam.
I was just worried that the Goon Beam was gonna show up transparent, but it doesn't.
I mean, you
Fred
can't
Dawn, I thought you're sending me a background. What's going on, man?
you can't beam without the goon.
I didn't know that I was supposed to send you one. I thought
Yeah.
you clipped them out and like,
Yeah,
I might just have to sneak into your garage.
you're supposed to get it on your own and be sneaky. If you, I would not recommend going to his garage unannounced.
Especially with his doggies.
Yeah, he's literally about to send you one right now. That's great. Goonbeam, great to see you, brother. If you guys don't know, we got a few companies that we work with. Obviously, like I mentioned, DLD Hardware, that's my company. Definition Knives is owned by myself and Rich. We do have a lot of great knives for sale on definitionknives.com. We also have some more dropping that, I don't know, I may introduce one tonight. You know, why not? But in addition to that, we have companies that we, rock hard with, super hard with. One of them being Goonbeam. If you go to the link in the description, you can actually save money by getting some of the best flashlights in the business. Use code DARK. You can get money off your order and 10% off and free shipping. And also Gideon Optics is another great company. There's also a link in there. You can also use code GLOWIES, get 10% off and free shipping and a whole bunch of stuff. So check it out. Definition Knives is still offering free shipping just out of sheer laziness because I haven't changed it. But this week I'm going to change it back. So sorry.
What?
Yeah, it's only for so long, Can only offer it for so long.
I gotta get a blue paracord to make a lanyard for this.
I haven't seen blue paracord. I'm sure it exists, right? Like
It's got to.
It's got
Yeah.
to.
So Definition Knives and DLD sent Red Dawn a little birthday present because his birthday was last week, and not only did I send him one of these super dope miniature duffels from Savior, which are great. They're M81 goodness. They come in sets, so I sent one to him, and I kept one myself. And they're great for like just going to the range, throwing ammo, mags, whatever in there. And they're actually super affordable too. But we also sent a co-pilot for his birthday. And how are you liking that thing?
Dude, I love this one.
You see what I was saying? How like the geometry is a little different to where
yeah.
like when you flick it, it's a little different. It's still
Like
you get used to it, but
size is slightly different. The DK1 and the Boyd have a little more chunk to them, but like if you want something really like light but still with a massive blade on it for EDC, this thing is awesome.
yeah, it does
little
have
lighter.
a good blade.
Oh yeah, I actually for the first time cut myself. So
Well, did you get the Band-Aid that we sent you?
I did. So that went on the finger right away. And I also have the journalist as well. I love this one also. This is like the largest of the three designs, and absolutely awesome blade as well. I use them pretty much all the time. I pretty much
like
have one
those
of the
too.
three.
I like the journalist and the birdshot are really cool. Not to say the co-pilot is by far the number one most popular knife. The only one we've sold out of. Like, I mean, those things were gone quick. So
And
I want to say hi to Ting Ting.
Pick up a DK1 also.
hey Ting Ting. Yeah, the DK one is super fire. That's I mean even just okay. So this is like the actual DK one, and just the DK001. I actually I forgot who it was, but someone ordered one and they were like, I love the spring assist in it. And I was like, bro,
There's no spring.
Yeah, there's no spring. It's a manual folder. It's just that smooth and just gravity. Plus, I mean, it's a thick knife. So it kind of feels like it's got a little junk in the trunk, but like you're saying, but yeah, dude, the cool thing about the co-pilot is you still get the super cool blue hardware, but the high polished blade with the bayonet swedge, and it's just I don't know, it's a super good looking knife. The carbon fiber is,
I've still been opening Pool Chemicals. Another knife company that said they're going out of business or downsizing or something.
Ooh.
I would open the Pool Chemicals with their knife, and it would start rusting if I didn't like clean it, oil it afterwards.
Did it really?
Yes. We're
Schmack knives.
So
I honestly I still use tack knives stuff all the time. I just I've become partial to
I
our
have
products.
not sharpened this yet.
I gotta say, this one seems like the sharpest out the box. Not that any of them were not sharp.
Yeah.
But like I said, this one cut me. I didn't even know I was cut until about 2 hours later, and I'm like, do I have a cut?
Starts like stinging from like the sweat and stuff like that. You're like, what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta say, I am, not only am I a hair club member, but I'm a customer. The knife, I am totally impressed with the ability to keep an edge, and all the crap I've done with it, it has not corroded.
Yeah,
So
that is impressive. It is. I mean, obviously, it's the knife company is half yours, so of course people are going to be like, oh, of course Rich loves it, but no BS. Even if these did not belong to us and were not created by us, I would still love these knives,
Yeah, I love
especially
them,
for
man.
the price.
I have no stake in them whatsoever,
Yeah,
and I really love them. I mean, they're like I said, I always carried Kershaw knives, spring assisted knives.
mhm.
I do prefer these. I prefer the fact that you have two ways to open them. The chunkiness of the blade for the size of the knives are what I enjoy the most. I love the Copilot. I don't know if I could ever come off the Boyd as my main
Yeah.
one because it just has a
if
special.
I showed you a dirty bag of
weight.
things I dug up from the dog park, would that be wrong? Never mind.
Yeah. Hey, Fluffy Bunny, good to see you, bro.
FBA.
Dang, G23 says the Journalist is the best DK knife. The Journalist is very popular as well. It's not as popular as the Copilot, but it is very popular. And I think it's also A, the price, B, the size of the blade. It is a very this is the bird shot, but it's a very, good hefty size blade. And the 8CR13 MOV steel is
Can I comment
easy to
on Ting
sharpen.
Ting and totally derail the knife?
Yeah,
QVC?
sure, go ahead.
So Ting Ting says she prefers cat meat because it's not as fatty as dog meat. I think it really depends on the breed of dog as to how fatty it is. And so one of my dogs, it's a combination Dachshund, Poodle, Chihuahua, kind of fatty.
Yeah.
The other dog that I have is like Toy Fox Terrier, and it's like that. It's all muscle.
Johnny likes him skinny, but he'll never turn down a fatty. Eric Stockbridge says my Boyd opens a lot easier than my Copilot, so that is very common. The geometry of the system is different, so it's I don't even know how you almost have to like swoop it around. It's like a different like action.
I feel like the nubs feel larger because they protrude a little farther.
Do you know nubs also?
Because it's thinner.
Nubs is
because it's thinner. You can see
one person in our audience got that joke. Put a 1 in the chat if you're that one person.
And schedule your colonoscopy. All right. Well, let's. Hey, Tactical Muffin Top. Good to see you. Z, M. Gabriel, G23, Johnny Bob, brother. Great to see you. All you guys. Great to see y'all. Pool chemicals, meth.
All highly corrosive.
All highly corrosive. Yeah. Just keep waiting for a wee bit. All right. Drewski says I'm waiting on a fixed blade to carry EDC.
Did we show any sketches? We didn't show any sketches, did we?
Not yet, but we're working on it. The Journalist is 10x better than the Copilot. The Journalist has never crashed a plane into a house or a moving car.
Yeah, but you got to be pretty skilled to hit a moving car.
But he also,
and survived.
Twice.
Well, I had a minor injury. I scratched this finger.
Granddaddy Turk.
Copilot did that to me also.
It was probably worse.
I thought it like shoved your fibula all up in your
No, that was the first plane crash when I hit the house.
Ah, okay. Those pesky houses.
Do you also have the... Oh, son of a bitch.
What?
Excuse my language. I was like, do you also have the same Spice Tactical flag that I have?
Do you have the same one? Dude, that's too funny. Dude,
how old are you? How old are you? Do I need to send you the
There's
Metamucil?
a different angle.
Hey Tanner, good to see you, bud. Good to see you, man. Tanner came through from Clint's live stream. Clint, hey, just a
Oh, I
little
missed
side note.
Clint. I
Clint
was chilling
also
with the missus.
he carries a co-pilot. Clint
Yeah,
carries a
yeah. I got a
co-pilot.
photo.
Yeah, we got a couple actually. Because the funny thing is, when you saw him, your first thought was, "Oh, I need to get a picture with him," with the co-pilot. So got one. Dust did the same thing, and
Oh,
it's funny because like when people are like out and they see people, like I get pictures of dudes holding up definition knives. Dude, I got people at church carrying them. I got my neighbors carrying them. It's cool. Plus, if I sell them, in the neighborhood for cash, I don't have to split that with Rich.
mhm,
So, I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
mhm.
Um, People think we actually make money from this. But anyway, we wanted to get together to have a conversation about something that is very, very important to Rich. Did you want to kind of lead the conversation? Actually,
So,
okay, all jokes aside, I wanted to have the conversation, but this actually came from a real life disagreement between Red Dawn and I about OC spray.
I just don't know why the rifle in his background is not all in my garage. Actually, that's what I'm wondering right now. I'm like, how come I don't have that rifle?
It should be right there,
It
right
should be
now.
right
it
there,
should be
right
right
now.
there.
Yeah, and it should have the frag out laser
Yeah,
engraving all over it too.
yeah.
Shout out to frag out, by the way. Frag out, we love you, bud. I
Shout
saw
out to
him in
Frank.
here earlier. Hopefully he's still here. If you guys have not checked out frag out firearms, frag out design studios, my man is putting out some straight fire. He's
Llamas.
also one of the reasons that I call my dog a hamster.
Yeah,
So
my
that's
hamsters
why.
are in my bed. One's on top of the covers, the other's under the covers.
Him Gabriel says, "Do you think I should upgrade my Ozark Trails EDC?"
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, shout out to the Walmart carriers, the Ozark Trail carriers out there. We'll soon enough we'll have some dope, super dope fixed blades, and we got some other stuff coming out. Even right now, we're going to be launching stuff from launch too. So just be on the lookout. And yes, you absolutely should upgrade. If you've been carrying a knife that costs you $7.99, there's only up from there. There's only up from there. So yeah, so I guess before we get into the OC conversation, let's each talk about like what we're carrying now, what we typically carry each day, and so on. Whoever wants to start can jump in.
Paper, rock, scissors, Rich.
No, you go. You go. Go first.
I carry every day my
Lightning
Boyd.
McQueen.
I carry every day my EDC Extreme from Goonbeam. I carry every day a Glock 19, a Glock 47, 2, 4, 6, 7 total Glock mags, a full med kit. Usually I have a second definition knife somewhere in my little sack, and I always have some Zins because life gets frustrating, and Zins make it easier to deal with frustration at times. And I always wear a cross and sometimes carry a 300 blackout somewhere in my vicinity. And what else? An extra set of glasses, always.
So, what do you usually carry on body, and then what's off body?
On body, Boyd on my right side, Goonbeam Extreme on my left side, a wallet in my pocket, keys on a lanyard and a carabiner that are clipped onto my belt buckle, but are the cordura that it's on, or the paracord that is on. It's long enough to go in my pocket, but still be attached to my belt, and that's about it. A set of headphones and a pack of Zins.
So your secondary, your 47 or whichever one you're carrying, that's like in your sack or
47's in the sack, 19 on the body
okay, gotcha.
with an extra mag.
Yo, Fat Rooster, shout out to you. So he says I stopped carrying my Benchmade in favor of the Definition Knives DK1. That is the fourth person
Yep.
that I've been told. So Dust stopped carrying a Benchmade in favor of a Definition Knives blade. Fish retired his Benchmade from the military for Definition Knives. My neighbor did the same thing, and Fat Rooster. That is like the best compliment we could ever get.
Didn't your brother also?
No, not yet. He didn't make the switch, but I also didn't give him the knives yet, so that's probably
that's probably
I did just recently, like a few weeks ago, give him the Boyd, just because that was one that I is named after in honor of my dad and whatnot. But I have a feeling, though, if he's out there, if my brother is out there, which he often is, if he had the co-pilot, he would totally rock this thing over what he's currently carrying. The Benchmade. I think he's carrying the mini bug out, mini Bushido. I don't remember, something like that. But all right, what about you, Rich? What's your typical EDC setup?
My razor sharp wit.
Yeah. And anything else?
11 o'clock.
Well, I mean, all right. So right side, I carry the co-pilot.
Okay.
The keys for my Rexus, chapstick, and partially used. I don't know what that is. And the other pocket is I'm carrying still, unfortunately, because I haven't run enough rounds through my replacement SIG P365. So I'm still carrying the LC Max.
What? The LCP Max?
Whatever it is, yeah.
Or LC9 Max?
Well, it's 380. 380.
Okay, so the LCP Max. So for people out there that don't know, the Microtech MSI, that is the standard for Microtech. That's why it's Microtech standard issue. So, but that's dope. Yes, R.I.P. Jonah. We love Jonah, and thank you, appreciate it, man.
Do we need to do a DK standard?
Maybe the DK1 is the standard for Definition Knives. It is the one. Magna Cut is dope. So, someone had mentioned that Magna Cut is actually technically MIM steel. I was like, hold on, I need to look into this. Yeah, I don't know if it's made from powder and melted together and then machined. I don't know, but someone said that. Maybe they were joking, but they said a lot of the super steels are made. I'm going to look into that. I'm curious about that. I don't know anything. Look, the knives that I'm familiar with as far as like Definition knives are D2 tool steel, 8CR13 MOV, and we're working on some stuff with 154 CM and some other more common steels. We also want people to be able to like sharpen them.
Steve Whoop says yes, it is MIM. Most super steel is.
Woo! And they say MIM is junk. MIM is only junk in a SIG 320. Moving along. Sorry, I'm joking.
When made in India.
Wonder if Rich's 365 has any bodies on it yet. Oh no,
you'll have to start digging up the dog mark.
Oh, the one that was taken from him.
Taken?
Yeah, he had a 365 stolen.
Yeah.
Stolen?
Yeah, at the airport in Orlando.
At the airport? What'd you try to go through, like security?
No, it was in my car.
PSA with it.
It was in my car.
What do you mean it was in your car? You can't
was
have
in
a
my
gun
car.
in your car?
He
It
parked
was
his car at
stolen
the airport
in my
and
car.
left it in the car.
And the long-term parking.
Wow.
because it's important to leave all of your valuables clearly in the open, showing in a vehicle when you leave it for long-term parking.
No. So the only thing I actually took it, put it in my center console because I didn't want to have it on me, and I did not put it in
Good
my
move.
car safe. That's the only thing I didn't do.
And what was the only thing missing?
Legit, the only freaking thing missing was the damn gun and the magazine. The extra.
Well, Rich is arming the criminal underbelly again.
Damn. Just once, not again.
Not
Not like playing crashes.
Yeah, well, I guess that's good. All right, so my EDC is a Glock usually. Every now and then, if I'm feeling spicy, I may switch to something else. But 99.9% of the time, I'm carrying a Glock.
Nobody believed that anyway.
I know, right? I mean, dude, honestly, if I could carry my my Beretta, it it would have to be the last
no, you'd carry a Canic over a 320. You would. If we were like end of the world and we
over
walked
320,
into
yeah. I would.
Yeah.
Have you felt the trigger, bro? Sorry. I'm sorry. I know people hate that I dislike Canics. I'm sorry.
I'm so not used to being on YouTube. I was ready to run and get one of my Canics.
I'm so glad that you didn't. But
the new one looks really nice. The new little comped P365.
Prime.
Yeah, the MC Prime.
You know, I was looking at the Prime, and you know, the first thing that popped in my head.
Mechanic.
I'm sorry. Just look up Canic MC9 failure and let me know, you know, what you guys find.
Really?
Now obviously if you look up I'm dead ass like that. That's one of the reasons that I did the whole show on Canics was because
but not the Prime, the regular MC9.
Well, at that time, the Prime was like just hitting, you know, the market. So
it's only been out for 9 days. So.
Yeah, it was like brand new at that point. So it wasn't really a fair assessment. What's up, DB? Good to see you. So my typical carry is I carry a Glock, I carry a secondary magazine, I carry a pocket knife, and then I carry a goon beam, flashlight, and then I carry my OC spray. And you know, a lot of people hear that, and I have stuff off body too. Like I have a little sack that I like to carry a Glock in, a secondary Glock. Sometimes, like recently, I had the little it's a P80 with a Recover tactical brace on it, and that actually fits in that brown sack. So I carry that. I've been carrying that for the last few weeks, and for me, it's important that the gun that you carry, or at least the gun in your bag, takes standard Glock 9mm magazines. That's important for me because chances are, if you're out either with the boys or if you're out amongst people in the world, it's highly likely.
Yeah, I got a question for you. When you carry the Polymer 80 in the Recover brace, does it have a red dot on it?
It did, but I just recently took it off and put it on the RXM.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when you carry the Glock without a brace in the sack, does that have a red dot on it?
It depends. Sometimes, yeah.
You rotate them.
Yeah. So like usually I'll carry the 19X, which is in my waistband right now, which does not have a dot on it, but my like the shadow systems, for an example, is like this. Rich, what are you doing?
Putting another drive on my NAS.
Okay. So yeah, it's like I'm like, what is going on? So the way that the bag is set up is the holster actually has cutouts for so for a light like a TLR7 sub or an alpha, or the alpha HLX. It can fit a thin light. It won't fit like the TLR1 size goon beam or the thicker lights, but it'll fit a light, and it has a cutout for for a red dot. So I'll either run that in the bag or vice versa, and I'll carry in my waistband.
I just was wondering, because I would love to see like you do with the shot timer, getting the recover brace out and on target, or versus grabbing a pistol out. I think that would be such a cool, like,
that would be nice. Because I usually like with for example, in the bag with the recover tactical brace, I don't keep one in the pipe with that, right? So
you don't,
yeah, because it can't go. I guess effectively the bag becomes the holster at that point, right? But it still is just.
I mean, apparently you're not supposed to carry one in the chamber
at all
320 either.
With anything, yeah. Everything is not drop safe. Well, I mean, only certain guns, but yeah. So I don't carry one in the head with the recover tactical brace, but basically I have gotten pretty slick at flicking the brace out, and I could just grab the rear sights and charge it, or like before I would just put my hand on the red dot and just whack it to charge it.
Did the Polymer 81 come with a charging handle also?
They usually do, but I got this one secondhand, so it didn't come with it. But I probably wouldn't use it just because the tall sights you can rack the slide with it, or if it's got a red dot, you can just run the slide with that. I mean, you can kind of run it without anything on there, but it is best to have something to rack it on.
Yeah, I had the back plate that has a charging handle on it. It's sitting in a drawer now, because I don't really use my recover brace. I just feel like maybe mine's bulky. Like, I have the red dot on top, I have the foregrip, and I have the charging handle on my wife's gun, because it's like just makes it a lot easier for her hands to grab that and rack the gun in any kind of way. Which is a Glock 17.
Plus, women's very simple minds, It's like the rack button, Yeah. Just tell her it's the sandwich making button.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. DLD After Dark, Red Dawn Readiness, and Flying Rich. Curious, what are your thoughts on suppressor covers? I ordered a coal tack for mine. Figure if you drop the rifle to go to a handgun, it won't burn myself. What are your thoughts?
I have the rifles only one, and mine is heavy as crap. Like, it adds, like, even if you hold the whole thing, it's really heavy. What's the
suppressor covers heavy?
Yeah, my suppressor cover.
I made a $5 suppressor cover right here.
It looks nice.
So it's a silicone mat that you would dry dishes on, and goon tape wrapped goon tape wrapped around it, Flectarn goon tape.
Nice. I also like running my flashlight extended and on the left side of my suppressor, so that way if I drop the gun, the light kind of gets.
So your junk's to the left side, is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's like
to the left.
It's like standoff, basically. So that way, when you're transitioning, you don't have to worry about the can touching you, because your flashlight, it gives you standoff from. Dude, I'll be honest. I've been searching for, and we'll get on the topic here in a moment, but I've been shopping for a suppressor cover since I bought a suppressor like 13 years ago, and I've never purchased one.
Well,
I just
I
never
would
done
love one of the burn proof gear. Shout out to burn proof gear. If you ever want to send a suppressor cover over to this guy right here, Mr. Red Dawn Readiness. Because
yeah, I mean, anyone, all of us, you
yeah,
know,
maybe
all
if
of
they
us.
like them as well, then you could consider them as secondary options to send.
It sounds like a great option for
Or we could all review them and compare them and tell everyone that they're super cool.
yeah, yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
right,
burn
yeah.
proof gear they're quite expensive, but they do look very nice. And I'm a fan. So I know you got the Coltac, which the Coltac usually they have the Velcro. Um,
Mhm.
when I was doing my research on them, some people said that obviously when you put Velcro on, there's like a material where the Velcro sits underneath that, and some people have
Mhm.
said theirs have melted. They're probably running full auto. They're probably pushing it to a certain length. You probably have nothing to worry about because I know a lot of other people that run the Coltac and they like them. But that's why I went with rifles only because it does use the cord wrap. However, the cord wrap on mine, it's really thick. Like everything about mine is like, man, it definitely could go on like a full auto machine gun,
You can
but it's
never
heavy.
stop talking about how thick yours is. I know.
Yeah. Sicilian, Italian, thick,
Now,
you know.
we have a buddy that was saying, "Hey, it's so small, it's
Yes.
like a cigar," and I had it in my hand all morning. But I won't say who that was.
Rich
But there will be a voiceover coming.
Rich is the only dude that is as old as he is that has the mind of an 11-year-old boy. You know, anyone could ask a question like, "Oh, the LCP Max, that's what you're can? Oh, that's small, isn't it?" He said it's small. You know, like he's just got that that
So are you gonna repurchase one of those Sig 320 cousins to carry?
Yes, already did.
Oh,
yeah, he already got one. He actually used my affiliate link. Shout out. Appreciate you. Thank
you
you.
have a Sig affiliate link?
Oh, yes, I have a SIG affiliate link, but he actually used the Papa Sierra Alpha.
Oh, Papa Sierra Alpha.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I
Dang.
do, Garen Wilson, I do still have the blue Keltec
That's his
Sub
main
2000.
go to war gun.
That's what I use. How do you think that thing ended up in Ukraine, bro? I mailed it. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. That's
You should
probably a
totally
war
get a
crime.
yellow spray paint and hit the blue and yellow that joint
Absolutely not.
with a
Absolutely
stencil
not.
that says Ukraine and maybe a little white in between.
I could think of something I would
Wait,
spray
can
paint
we send some DK
before
knives over to
Ukraine.
Ukrainian soldiers and see if we get any knives with, better scores than Olites?
Bro, they're running Hollow Suns,
How about
Olites. You
said
might as well
better
send them some definition knives. They'll be in the bushes like this.
throwing them. I mean, dude, maybe some people that got into hand-to-hand combat would have been in a different situation if they had some other stuff or a full DPU or I mean, that was a bad situation.
Man, I would have at least wanted a 5-shot J-frame.
Something,
J-frame.
anything. Dude, even if I knew like I'm going out to like I'm going to get in engagements, I'm tucking something somewhere else, bro. Even
Fucking
if
ninja
it's
sword.
it's like something. Even if I got like okay, the little hey Tim Harper, good to see you. Steve Whoop, Agorizer, good to see all you guys. Even if I literally just took a little Glock 43, even with a standard 6+1, and just tucked that in a little pocket in my carrier or belt or my pocket, my Mark 1 Mod 0 pocket,
God pocket?
something in my boots. I don't care.
That would have been the one situation that if I had a 320 and that's all I had, I would have been extremely happy.
That's bad. This dude died. I mean, God bless his soul. It's
a sad story, man.
But yeah, I mean, you gotta have other options on you, man, that you can reach with both hands.
I tell people, like, if you don't want to carry a pistol, like you're the chest rig only guy, carry a blank gun belt with a pistol on it. Like, don't put anything else on your gun belt, like nothing. Or get a paddle holster, Safariland paddle holster, and carry that. Get it don't even got to be Safariland. Get anything and carry an OWB leather
Phobos.
holster.
Get a Phobos, Uncle Mike's, just anything. And you know what? Like when you're on the ground like that, for real, an ankle rig is not a bad thing. If you're sitting down or laying down, an ankle rig is not a bad idea.
He had enough time when he went around that wall and came up with the plan.
Oh, you're talking about that one. I know the video you're talking about.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, there's a lot of time to I mean, I get it. You are so exhausted, like you cannot even put into words how drained and exhausted you are in that situation. If you've ever been in even just a fist fight that's gone to the ground for like more than a minute, it drains the soul out of you. All you can do afterwards is stand up and puke, but like, man, I could never have given up like that. I'm sorry. I mean, dude was just ready to go home,
Yeah, he probably had already lost about a fourth of his blood.
Yeah.
A third of his blood. He was done, so.
And plus, like, dude, when you get hit with that initial adrenaline of like, and he was going hard, he grabbed the dude, he disarmed the dude. Like,
yeah, no, that's where that pistol, like, if you could have grabbed that and bop, 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 bop,
bop, bop, bop, bop. Yeah, like, but also a sling, right? Like, the reason he didn't have his rifle was because he dropped his rifle. He got shot in the hand. He dropped his rifle and then decided to go for the grenade throw. Like, bro, that's not like the like magic button. Like, I mean, in some cases it can be, but what do you think was I was like, he's gonna exfil that building. He's gonna exfil that building. The moment that grenade went in there, he exfilled the building,
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, lost you for a second there.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. How
too
about
many choices to
the
speak of.
range? How do I sound now? He said my volume sounds low.
Sounds great.
Sounds better now?
Sounds excellent now.
Cool.
The range, good to see you. Too many choices, gentlemen. Good to see you guys. Even a Black Hawk. Yes, even a Black Hawk holster. Whatever, anything. All right, so let's get into it. So you and I disagree on something. Every day I carry, like I said, I carry a handgun, and then I carry a backup magazine. I carry a pocket knife, and I mean sometimes I'll carry a secondary knife too. It depends, but I'm just talking on person, right? Because we all have stuff in all these other bags and low vis plate or chest rigs and all that stuff. But I also carry the Goon Beam, and then I also carry the hot sauce, the OC spray. Some people have expressed disagreement with the OC spray, and some people carry it. Some people don't like it. So you had expressed a disagreement. I guess we kind of need to each make our assertions and say what our thoughts are. My personal outlook is that I think every single person that carries, right, every single person should consider OC spray with their EDC equipment.
Why not a taser?
Well, I think you have to make your
okay, I think everyone should not consider.
So do you think it's a bad thing?
I just think that how my method is, like, you could scale this. You could carry a duty belt with you everywhere you go and have OC spray, a taser, handcuffs. You could carry all kinds. You could carry everything under the sun, and I just think there's a limit to what you need to carry. And then what you brought up early on in the intro is the force continuum.
Mhm.
And there are states that in a courtroom you'd be in question on why you used your gun and not why you should have used your pepper spray first. And I think that whole mixture of being like, well, I felt like I needed my gun, but if you don't, that's an irrelevant non-discussion if you don't have pepper spray on you.
Well,
And
there's another side to that too, which is he only had a gun. He didn't
Yeah.
even have another. So that's how cold and
which
callous
is the
of a
most
murderer you
common
are.
it's the most common level of what people carry. Like, it's not very common that people carry a taser, OC spray, because they're not a police officer.
OC
They're
spray is more common than handguns, than firearms.
probably for
There's
women,
more people carrying OC spray than handguns.
if we actually count women as people.
I mean, yeah, they shouldn't vote, but I mean,
Women's
So-
suffrage.
but there's a very easy solution for that, and I don't know how people may feel about this, but in my opinion, you shouldn't OC spray people that you should shoot, and you shouldn't shoot people that you should OC spray. Very simple way to to look
I
at
mean,
that.
you could always come out with like both and then make that final decision.
But that's why they're on separate hands too.
Yeah.
I'm not like
Taser, taser, taser.
yeah, no, never draw two of anything. That's a bad
Yes.
idea. Period.
It was definitely satirical. if anyone did it.
taser. You seen that bazooka meme where it says taser, taser, taser? That's great. Yeah, women in voting. But yeah, so you had also said like it's like carrying too much, right? Like you shouldn't have like the whole duty belt on you, every day, all day, all the time, because like
Yes and no. I mean, like if you and we've talked about this, right? Like if you can carry 33 round stick mags and you got special pants and everything's comfortable for you, and you're used to that, then that's cool. Carry whatever you're comfortable carrying. I'm not against anyone carrying as much or as little as they want to, unless you don't carry a gun. I don't recommend not doing that. But like I carry a flashlight because I need my flashlight all the time. I carry a knife because I use my knife as a tool all the time. I carry a gun in self-defense. And I personally don't feel like I need to carry pepper spray to be like, I'm here to give people warnings. Like, to me, I'm either going to punch you in the mouth or I'm going to pull a gun out because I need to use lethal force. And those would be my two options.
So there's nothing in between that.
I don't have any other options on me, so those are my two options. Like either.
Oh, okay. So hold on. So that's an equipment issue. That's not a.
But I
that's
see.
not-
I don't think that's going to be brought up in a courtroom. It's like, sir, you should have been carrying more equipment.
Well,
like,
no,
I feel
I'm not
like
talking
that's
from the court aspect. I'm saying that you said basically we got our wit about us, our hands,
yeah.
our speed, and our lethal force. That's basically what we got. So
I have an up close, very up close, which I don't want to be up close. I would like to,
which
take
is
care
lethal.
of, yeah, which is lethal. I could take care of a target from a distance with a gun. But from a defensive perspective, like I'm not going on the offense. So from a defensive perspective, if I have to use any of these tools, it's in self-defense.
Sure.
So
What if you avoid a fatal encounter by deploying pepper spray?
did I die or does he die?
Well, no, I'm saying, what if you avoid a fatal encounter at all? Just the hassle of dealing with,
That's why I have insurance, so you can
Houston.
shoot anyone you need.
yeah.
Well, I mean, that's why you
all
do
of
have a
those,
Second Amendment, so you can defend yourself.
But it's not.
And I do think you should live in a state. I don't think you should fight the good fight of not living somewhere where you don't have the advantage of protecting yourself. Like, I think that you're now living in a society that doesn't want you to defend yourself. So I do think that you should be able to defend yourself if you need to. And I personally, I'm not going that length, like, of carrying OC spray. I think it's good for like fighting off dogs, but I think if someone wants to cause you physical harm, they made that decision already, that they have given up their will to live for the fact that they want to cause you physical harm. And if you have not done anything, you've been being a good citizen, you haven't wanted to cause anyone else harm, and someone wants to cause you great bodily harm,
Red Dawn's just killing everybody.
bro, like, hey,
but that's not you can't.
it is the F around and find out like why that is so a thing today,
But
because
you can't meet ordinary force with lethal force. Like you can't do that. If someone's like
but that is what the continuum, that's what I'm saying about the continuum is. If someone wants to bring great bodily harm, this is how the law states, from my understanding of it, is if someone wants to cause you great bodily harm, you have stand your ground and castle doctrine that you can execute that.
Sure.
Right. Now,
but being able to, so there's like the difference of, can I shoot this person? Should I shoot this person? And must I shoot this person?
Well, that's where the draw comes in, and if they continue, then it's must, right? Like if they're like, you know what, I'm gonna come take that away from you.
I mean, not necessarily, no. It also, just because you can shoot someone doesn't mean that it's morally right to shoot someone, or doesn't mean that it's lawfully right to shoot someone. I don't think there's any reason to not carry OC spray.
Okay, put a 1 in the chat if you carry OC spray every day. And put a 2 in the chat if you don't carry it every day. Not that you have it sitting in a drawer somewhere. That you religiously carry it every day like you put on your gun. 2 ones. 2 for the range. 2 Fluffy Bunny. 2 Drew in Oregon. 2 Traveler. So far 2s are winning. G23, I think, ties it with a 1. Kurt 24, 2. I don't know if Eric Stockbridge means 2 or hell no. So most people don't carry it from what I'm seeing. I think it's probably.
Well, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Stop putting 3s in the chat, guys. 3's not
6,
enough.
7. It's 6 verse 7. So Eric Stockbridge, Modern Frontiersman, Anthony Smith, Lightning McQueen, me.
Okay, well then me too.
And G23.
Then I'm gonna add my vote in there.
I honestly thought I was gonna be the only one for real.
Flying Rich, do you carry OC spray every day?
No, I don't even own it.
Here's a 2 for Flying Rich.
And what you put 2 2s. I see what you're trying to do.
The other 2 is Flying Rich's 2.
Oh, okay. You're really trying to stack them up. I see. Okay.
You voted within like the first 5 seconds.
I thought I was going to be the only one for real, because I never heard anybody actually speak up on it. Now let me ask this.
Gerald says 2, so add another 2.
If you think it's a good idea to introduce OC spray to your carry rotation, then put a 1 in chat.
I have carried OC spray with me. And because we've had these discussions, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to carry my OC spray and see how I like it. And I don't like it. I don't like having that much shit in my pockets, a flashlight, OC spray. Like, honestly, to get out what I want to get out now, and unless I have one tool, this is my approach, is I like having one tool in each pocket. I don't want 2 tools. Okay.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it. I mean, it's actually smaller than the goon beam.
That would be my pocket. Well, I think it's a little wider, but
no, it's the same.
I thought you said it was smaller. Now it's the same.
No, it's the same. It's about the same thickness. I'm trying to line it up there.
Is the other side thicker than that side?
Well, it's got the clip on there, but that's. you're really trying to.
I'm just playing. But for me, like, I have my keys in that pocket with my goon beam, and I have my knife on my other side, and I don't want anything in my pocket with my knife. People are getting trained on how to deploy a spray. Yeah,
people getting trained? They should.
Are people? Yeah, that's another good question.
Yeah, you should understand, and you should also understand, just like anything else, it's just a tool, right? So even if you do get in a situation and you hose somebody down, only there's a small group of like 10% of people that just OC spray doesn't hit them like most people. So, there's a possibility you may hose somebody down and it won't affect them at all. But even if you do get a really good application on somebody and you hit them with the classic Z or the T across their T box, it's going to take 10-15 seconds to take effect. So you're still gonna have to there's no easy button. So you still have to be in good enough condition to fight off an attacker.
I feel like OC spray is for guys that can't fight, and that's their fighting. Like it's
Dang.
OC spray as the fight because I can't fight.
It's an advantage. It's just
and then there's my gun for if the fighting doesn't work, which is my OC spray for the guys that can't fight. That's the way I kind of look at it. Like especially in like the situations I see, it's always like some weirdo, some like hobo that really you could have probably pushed to the ground with your two hands every time I see this deployed. And I'm like, it's almost comical. Like when I see someone on video be like, gotcha, you're not messing with me, haha. And it's like, you probably could have just, you
All
probably
right,
could have
got to
just
hit on Jova Q's comment
Which one?
that the OC spray ain't full strength that you can buy.
Yeah, a lot of OC spray is garbage. I personally recommend the Palm OC, POM OC. Used to be like $12.99, now it's like $20, but it is the smallest you can get, and it's a tiny little guy you can carry with you. It's 50 state legal, and it is the hottest oleo capsicum resin formulation you can get. And if there's anything that could give an option in between, like ordinary force and lethal force, that would be a great diffuser and potentially prevent having to use your gun. But you should never OC spray somebody that needs to be shot or shoot someone that needs to be OC sprayed, because it depends on what level of force you're talking about. If it's ordinary force, the amount of like explanation someone would have to give for like the reason they OC sprayed somebody is like nothing, right? You could be like, okay, this situation is going to get, out of hand, so I'm going to hit him with the hot sauce and
I personally haven't seen a situation like, we've reviewed a lot of gun shootings.
Drewski, my bad, real quick. Drewski, thank you so much. Drewski with the CASHAPP. Holy moly, brother. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much I needed that, especially with over a week without live streaming, my guy. Drew, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you, my guy. I'm sorry, Red Dawn. You did. Drewski is the one.
100%.
My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off there. I just saw that pop up.
So Jovad says, just get a cattle prod. So that's what I was saying. I mean, like, there's other
I want a
options
baton.
too.
I want a good baton.
I was gonna say, why not a baton?
I got a baton. It's just, you're looking. It's.
Why don't you carry that every day?
Because that's lethal force.
I mean,
smashing someone's head with a steel
baton. You could have hit him in his shins.
Yeah, right. Why didn't you tase him in the toe? I see it as there are very few tools with the effectiveness of OC spray. Like tasers don't have anywhere near the effectiveness of OC spray. They fail all the time, and
I've seen a lot of people get OC sprayed and it have nothing. Like, I think they say 1/3 of the people it doesn't work on at all.
It's like 10%, but it also depends on the application.
Wasp spray works on everyone.
Not right away, but yeah, they will go blind and have lifelong.
I carry Ziploc bags with gasoline in them.
Yeah, don't wasp spray anyone ever, because it is long term.
Don't put gasoline in a Ziploc bag; it'll burst.
That's actually not a bad idea, but for very short duration. For other reasons.
I carry ninja pepper balls, like the ninja ones. They're certified ninja balls to just,
The cattle prod is strong.
Ninja
I-
balls, you know.
I got hit, bro. I know what you're talking about. Rocky Colton Tum
Mhm.
Tum. I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
I got hit with a cattle prod before, and it was the last time I ever got hit with a cattle prod. I will never allow anyone to get that close to me with an electrical device again, ever, ever. Yeah, but there are not many other options that make sense. That like, so let me ask you this, because you mentioned like putting other stuff in your carry rotation, things like that. Would it be difficult to introduce something this size into your carry rotation?
Yeah, I mean, I could see the benefit. I can concede and say I see the benefit. I don't personally have a palm. I don't necessarily like the ones I have. I also feel like with my kids around, like my gun is always secure. If it's loaded, it's on me, it's in a holster, it's concealed, right? Like I worry with my kids, they could get a hold of it and stick their finger in and press a button and it hit them in the face. So yes, I do. Obviously, that's on me. I need to take precautions, put my shit up in different places. But like, ultimately, I can see the benefit. I maybe would carry it if I get some palm. And I think I've talked to you. Like I was looking into getting some palm. I just haven't gotten it. But like what I'm saying is if you don't have palm or you don't have OC spray on you, and someone attacks you for no reason at all, you in normal states, you have the right to use lethal force. Like there is no you used a greater force than him. Like it doesn't really always work that way.
There absolutely
in
is.
my state, they come and shake your hand if someone tries to rob you with any form of weapon or anything like that, or they're beating on you, or they attack you in your car. Like there's more reasons to use lethal force. Do I think you should not give someone a warning shot, but like if it, obviously you shouldn't put it in their face if they can snatch it from you, but you should be able to like come out, make a decision, see if they scatter, right? You should have enough distance between you. You should create distance. But I mean, at the end of the day, it would suck to have to shoot somebody. And if you could prevent that by using OC spray in this fictitious situation, I think that's a great thing. But I mean, like we just saw in the chat, how many people carry OC spray for that reason? And what is the difference between punching them in their face and using the OC spray? Like that's the argument
So,
I would like to see.
OC spray is something that has very little to almost no regulations on. So literally somebody could be like, I felt threatened, so I OC sprayed them.
I thought you were going to say there was little to no regulations on the chemistry.
Oh no, there's
wait a
it's highly regulated. And actually bear spray, which is like the huge foggers, are more regulated because they're intended for animals. So PETA restricts the amount. So there's actually less OC in bear spray than there is in human OC spray because PETA is that smart. You don't want bears to have a rough couple of hours if they try to devour human beings in the woods, right, PETA? So there's very little restrictions on like when someone can OC spray someone. You would actually be way more likely getting hauled off to jail if you punch someone in the face versus hitting them with OC spray, because that's assault. Whereas OC spraying somebody out of, fear or desperation, it is there's less restrictions on it. OC spray takes sight and breath away. It's hard to function after. That's true. And if they haven't,
the police one that I've encountered, it even like leaves a fog in the whole area that you can't even like get back. You have to leave the area because it's so strong.
It's if you've never taken an exposure, it is pretty brutal. And if you don't know how to strobe your eyes and work around it and work through it, you're having a really tough time. And honestly, the first thing that people do when they get sprayed with something foreign that they weren't expecting, the first thing they do is wipe their face, which is the absolute last thing you want to do if you get pepper sprayed, because you just rub it in to your mucous membranes and all that, and it's just pouring tears and snot and mucus and just nastiness out of you. It's pretty brutal on people that it's effective on. John Crump News with the super chat, thank you. He says use Raid. I definitely do not use Raid. And in my next giveaway, and I think this is why it's kind of a good conversation to have, because a lot of people are not currently carrying it. I'll give away one of those Palmo Sea spray units in the next giveaway, because it's something super easy. And until someone bought one for me and was like, hey, carry this, I didn't introduce it into my carry rotation either, because it was like, that's just a whole
Do they go bad?
I think after a while, but I mean, it's like Kurt was just saying, they're currently $14.20 on the actual Palmo Sea spray. He just sent me a message, $28 for 2 shipped. And I think they're good for like, let me see, 0526. So this is good until 2026. And I've had this for, I think this one I've had a little under a year. But and that's true, Pat Riot. Good to see you. 90% of people can't even throw a punch. Absolutely. But you need to have that. So, okay. The ability to fight, the skills to fight, the physical ability to run away and break contact, right? Because as a civilian, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to detain anyone. I don't got to arrest anybody. All I have to do is break contact, make sure my family is safe. And whether that's through, ordinary force fist fight or OC spray or a firearm, that's the ultimate goal. Stop a threat. And to,
Can I... Crumpy called me with his son with a quantum physics question. And then my wife asked me afterwards, how come we don't talk about quantum physics?
Mine does that to me too.
Wow. Did you tell her why?
It takes a long time to explain things.
But I don't like punching.
John Crumb News, another super chat. Thank you, brother. $5 super chat. He says, I learned that in foreign affairs counter threat class. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can use, in lieu of traditional self-defense means.
So I have another question for you, right? OC spray is considered non-lethal.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever died from being OC sprayed?
I think George Floyd.
4 years drug free.
I'm sorry. I
think that was the fentanyl.
Yeah, I think that was something else. No, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's possible that somewhere along the line someone died from OC spray, almost like all those motorcycle accidents were COVID deaths, So I don't know. We can look
like how long if it makes you so that you can't breathe.
It just hurts to breathe. It doesn't like remove your ability to breathe. It feels like you're short of breath and it hurts to breathe. But really it takes vision and
so I'm gonna look this up.
Takes a starch out your jammies. Has anyone died from OC spray? Yes. There have been documented cases of
Quite
deaths,
a few of them,
where oleoresin capsicum OC spray, known as pepper spray, was a contributing factor, though it is not the sole cause in most cases. In one incident, a man died after being sprayed with OC spray when he was hit by a passing train. I'm just kidding.
So I mean, being shot technically doesn't kill you. You could be shot like 30 times. It's the loss of blood that actually kills you. It's not.
Well, yeah,
It's the blood that they lost on
86%
the
of people that are shot with pistols survive. Over 86% of people shot with handguns survive.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a stupid amount.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's not the bullet that actually.
Oh
kills
my
them
goodness.
either.
I was totally joking about this. Hold on. In one incident, a man died after being sprayed with OC
Yeah,
by
lot of
a
people have.
fellow passenger on a metro bus.
Yeah.
The specific cause of death in that instance is still under investigation, but the pepper spray exposure was a key element. So it doesn't look.
A lot of
Oh,
There's a lot of stories, man.
first death attributed to oleoresin capsicum. Hold on. 1921. I'm just kidding. October 1993. In 1993, police in Concord, North Carolina, sprayed a suspect with an oleoresin capsicum OC product. Shortly after, the suspect collapsed and died, and an investigation of the incident was initiated. North Carolina's chief medical examiner determined that the cause of death was asphyxia due to a bronchospasm. That sounds like a dope truck. Precipitated by the pepper spray. The decedent reportedly complained of respiratory difficulty and collapsed soon after being sprayed with the OC substance. So it looks like very few, but there looks like there may have been some where it was, they say it's a key element. But
I have to say, I do live in a state, and you could raise your hand if you live in a state where the police encourage you to shoot bad people.
Some
Absolutely.
counties.
Robbers.
Some counties.
some counties, yeah.
Yeah. But it's actually quite a few counties. And I mean,
Don't start shit if you got asthma.
yeah, don't start shit if you got asthma.
That's a good way to look at it.
I don't know. I mean, I could see the use of OC spray. I'm not gonna say there's no use to it. And I've never said that. But
I live in a state too.
I personally don't have it on my person, like most of you don't.
Yeah.
And I don't think everybody's screwed because they don't have OC spray. I do think that there are ways of handling situations if you don't have it, which I would guess
Sure.
most people don't have it. I'd say there's probably more firearms related incidents in a day than there are OC spray incidents in a day on average.
Probably.
I could be wrong, but would it be advantageous to you to have extra means of force? I can agree with that. However, I particularly don't have it on me every day. So my situations I also put myself in, I think that I would need a gun first. Like most of my situations, it's going to be someone walks into a store and starts shooting. Someone walks into a hospital and starts shooting. I'm not going to need OC spray in that situation.
Of
Right?
course.
A road rager that runs you off the road and points a gun at you. I'm not going to need that either. Right? I mean, there could be an incident on the road where OC spray would work, but I mean, the laws, if you're in your car, it's an extension of your home, and you have castle doctrine and you have stand your ground doctrine. And if anybody's trying to break into your car to beat you to death, it doesn't, the force equivalence is not a thing of that discussion. It might be in the courtroom, but I think overall, I think that, you know, it's better to be alive. And I always say this, it's better to be judged by 6 than carried by 12. Or is it carried by 6, 12? Better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6. But I mean, sure, I can fully agree with carrying OC spray is a good thing to do if you have it on you and you carry it every day. And yeah, it's probably something that I should carry. So,
Well, I think we just need to get you one. You know, I bet you there's somebody in chat right now that would literally buy one and send it to you. You know, if I didn't have only one other one to use the for the giveaway.
Seems like it'll go
giveaway.
through metal detectors and stuff. Also, I'm still trying to figure out how to get around.
I think the aerosol thing inside actually may set it off. But the dope thing is so it's all polymer, right? But the bottom piece is metal,
aluminum.
but it's a bag. So even if it was like upside down at an angle and you had to squirt it some crazy,
Drew in Oregon just CASHAPPed me $50, man. Thank you. I will buy an OC spray with that, and I will.
Drewski.
I will absolutely carry it.
Sweet.
To warn people, unless they keep coming, and then I'll beat them up or shoot them. So
well, and
I'll have my first step of OC spray.
And that's awesome, and Drew, I appreciate you doing that. And I will say, I would never carry OC spray in place of a gun, right? I would never, and I don't want anyone to get confused, right? Like that'd be, yeah, for science, that'd be crazy, right? But also like they're completely different things, and I've heard people say, like I mentioned earlier, never OC spray someone you should shoot, and never shoot someone that you should OC spray. They're different, elements of force. And some people say like, well, I don't want to get confused with my equipment, because you always divert back to your lowest level of training, which means that like, I don't want to go for my gun and then accidentally like draw my OC spray. And it's like, it doesn't work like that. Like, have you ever felt like you needed to go for your gun and then accidentally grabbed your goon beam? Like it's you don't do that, right? But I mean, I do think it would be advantageous to seek at least training and repetition. You can get the water squirting ones if you want to practice it and all that. I'll tell you what though, they make the Mark One, which
I mean, I definitely think you should buy it. Yeah, that's the one I'm gonna get, Drew.
Dude,
I'm getting some, but see, the thing is you have to. So like Jovok, you made a great point. How many people buy OC spray to carry and another one to train with? Like, how many people know exactly the distance it's gonna shoot? Like, how many people know that even carry OC spray? Which I know you do your due diligence.
Yeah,
I'm sure you've sprayed the palm before. I'm sure you know the distance, you know the spread.
Yep.
Like there are different ones that's a string, and then there's ones that spray out like a can of spray paint, and there's different ones. So yeah, I mean, I guess I will have to do my diligence on all that. I do think with the they could say, why didn't you pepper spray them instead of shoot them if you had pepper spray, right? And I think that in some states and some laws, when it comes to castle doctrine and all that stuff, just because you have, I would just leave it at that. Just because you have pepper spray on you doesn't mean that you should neglect your firearm.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, they're completely different tools,
But it does seem from the videos I've seen is that pepper spray is more of like teaching someone a quick lesson of like, shut up, get out of my face. And it's not as, it just doesn't feel as defensive as like actually applying force to them. Because like you said, there's no regulations. It doesn't seem like a level of force. Would it suck?
I mean,
but
I would
like,
have
that doesn't
used
mean
it
the
way
fight
more
is
times.
over.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So
it could give you a moment to break contact and avoid a situation that could have, without their knowledge, become a potentially lethal encounter. If they continued escalating it, it's a de-escalation thing. It's like, if someone, I would never use it as like teach them a lesson, like that's what you get for talking smack thing, right? It would be like,
you can't draw on someone with pepper spray.
You can't draw.
I mean, I think you could if they were the
draw a handgun on
like the video that we saw recently where the guy pepper sprayed the one kid and stole his scooter. Did we watch that one together?
No, I don't think
Okay.
I watched that. Real quick, John Crump News with a super chat. Thank you, dang. Another $5 super chat. Holy moly. He says, I make my own with diesel, aluminum salts, polystyrene, and benzene.
Polystyrene.
Polystyrene and benzene. That sounds like a different recipe.
I don't think
Crumpy.
that's OC spray.
Yeah, I don't think that's OC spray.
Chemical
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't think you could meet lethal force with OC spray. It also probably wouldn't be wise to, draw a firearm and start discharging a firearm if you got OC sprayed in the face. You're just like, ah.
There's
You know.
situations I could think of.
I mean, there could be if there's also
if you were like if you
a
were
lethal
surrounded
threat.
by 3-4 dudes and one of them pepper sprayed you and they were giving you the inclination that they were going to beat you up and now they pepper sprayed you and your life felt threatened, I definitely think you could deploy a firearm.
It
Might you
depends
be
on the
like
situation. But that's where you got to learn. You got to strobe your eyes. Like you got to open and close like a bazillion times so you can see movement and,
you got to hit
gotta-
the like super squint, where it just doesn't get in. It's all
Oh,
around.
you basically have to pry your freaking eyes open and just fight through it and strobe them so you can. I mean, because you can really only keep them open for like a quarter of a second every time you open them, because it burns so bad. And I mean, yeah, if there were multiple people that were determined to attack you, and they were also issuing threats, like saying things like, we're gonna rob you and kill you and whatever, right? Like if it was something that could be met with lethal force, yeah, absolutely. But I mean, I also I totally understand protecting yourself, like in your vehicle, especially protecting yourself from like being carjacked or something like that. Like I would never be like, where's my pepper spray, if someone was
I think
like
you
trying to
would be
carjack
more
me.
likely to encounter a situation where you need a gun than you need pepper spray. Mathematically, I
currently
think you would encounter that more frequently. Is all I'm saying.
I'll tell you what, I would have been hosing down people way more liberally if if I treated it super casually. I do take it seriously. I've never drawn my pepper spray, but there had been a couple situations that I can look back at in the past where I ended up getting away or escaping or whatever, where I'm like, man, a good OC spray could have just completely diffused that situation. Where
Well,
whatever.
all right. So let's talk about something else. What about de-escalation skills?
I forgot Rich was here. Yeah, very good point. De-escalation skills.
What if someone thinks you're going for a
Drew
knife?
forgot I was here. I didn't get
or-
$50 from him.
What if you go to draw your pepper spray and it looks like you're pulling a knife or you're pulling a gun from
All
your
right.
pocket?
So here's
Yeah.
one, like, and again, God bless my wife. She does so many things great, but
They them. Sorry.
if Glenn Beck said jump off a bridge, she'd be knocking over people on the way to the top, to get there first.
Very
And
good
it's
point,
like,
Drew.
It could be worse. Could be Rachel Maddow.
so they talk about all the time burn a launcher. It's like, oh, my Skylar lives in New York City. Get her a burner launcher. I'm like, last thing I want is somebody, my daughter, pulling something that looks like a gun out.
Mhm.
That isn't.
Is a burner launcher the pepper spray gun?
Yeah, it shoots balls of pepper.
Fuck
That
no.
yeah, it's not the move. It's
Unless you're a felon.
well,
Because
yeah, if you're a felon, you can
think
carry a black powder gun.
I think we all understand what OC spray is. But if somebody's pulling something out in the dark and it looks like your mom's box.
That's very true. It's firearm like A. B. You're banking on the impact of the pepper ball hurting them, and hopefully some of the OC spray rising up to their face. Hopefully, doesn't always do that. Also, a very brief exposure that doesn't get all over their face is not going to give the same effect. There was this whole John Lott wrote this whole article on the Burner launcher, and good to see you, Barton Fink. By the way, he says your mom has de-escalation skills. He wrote this whole thing on definitely bad idea. I agree. He wrote this whole thing on the Burner launcher, and almost all of it had to do with his initial statement of so few people are willing to carry a method of lethal force. And I think it's a stupid thing to carry that.
Killed.
Yeah, absolutely. It's to carry that in lieu of carrying a gun is no bueno. I would not do that. Coleon Noir did this whole thing where he was like, if I was going somewhere,
the burner launch is bright orange. Nobody's had stupid colored guns. I mean, it's not, guns are all black.
They
right?
sell black. They sell black burner launchers too. I said the same thing when people.
I heard a good story about how your carry gun should be something ridiculously colored, because no one could ever be like, he pulled a black gun on me. And if your gun is something that's ridiculously colored and they come and show you, then you're like, clearly I didn't pull a black gun on them because my gun is bright orange, or my gun is fluorescent green, or, you know, red and black, or red and tan. You know what I mean?
Hold up. G23 says DLD After Dark, not in Oregon. You can't have black powder or pepper spray or armor. What?
Yeah, I think that's most places. Words.
No, I mean, well, actually, I think the armor thing, I can't remember if it was you can't use it in commission of a felony, or felons can't. No one is allowed to use armor in the commission of a felony. But I
would definitely have a high-powered pellet gun at the least.
Yeah,
because pellet guns there's 3,000 feet per second pellet guns.
Yeah, you can do some serious damage. There's pellet guns out there that are like 45 cal going 1,000 feet per second. That is going to do some damage.
Are those considered lethal force?
I mean, I would say that's probably a good bet. I mean, I would assume so. It's not technically a firearm, but in court they would probably quantify that as lethal force. John Crump News with another super chat. Holy moly, thank you. He says, best spray is ethylene with sulfur dichloride, which I think that's chlorine gas or mustard gas or whatever it is. It's bad. Ask those guys from World War I. Woof. You know, there's a reason for that whole convention in Geneva. Something I heard about that. I don't know.
All right, so put a 3 in the chat if your mind has been changed on pepper spray and you're gonna start to carry pepper spray.
Yeah.
Put a 0. Put a 0 if it hasn't been changed at all and you're not gonna carry anything different. Then
if you would never carry pepper spray at all ever, put a 0 in chat. If after our very
everything over 3 is gonna be considered a 3.
Yes. Dude, it is an excellent choice between ordinary and lethal force. 2.5. 3, I just bought some. 3, you've been considering it. So, man, some people's minds aren't. So what's stopping you? Just out of curiosity, what's stopping you from? That's Agent Orange. I thought Agent Orange was.
And of course, Drew sent me a $50 cash app. Thank you, Drew.
Are you serious?
Nice, Drew.
Holy
I shamed him into it.
Drewski, thank you for doing that, man.
Did you text him and say,
no,
I feel left out?
He said it on stream. He was like, Drew forgot to send me. He left me out. Nothing cringe like a crying.
So now you have to buy You have to buy pepper spray also with it, Flying Rich.
You must. You must.
I have to. Okay.
Yeah.
Slingshot. Geneva was about treatment of non-combatants and prisoners of war. The
Oh man, slingshot.
Hague was about unsuitable weapons.
Same
I-
BV Luminous. Same.
I can't recall. I think there is an element of the Geneva Convention about chemical war, or chemical weapons, but I can't recall.
Well, you can't use a 50 BMG on people.
Very good point, BV Luminous.
I honestly think cops should have their
Mhm.
guns out way more. I see tons of videos of them being like, I'm going to tase you if you
Dude.
don't get down. I'd be like, I'm going to shoot you if you don't get down. How about that?
Yeah,
If you decide to fight me, you're going to get shot. And I warned you. I asked you to get down. I asked you to get down. If you go running off, I'm not going to shoot you in the back. We're going to have to hunt you down. But
it depends. Tennessee versus Garner, maybe. If you're running off into the world and you are a crazy enough threat to where you know the officers believe that you are going to go commit violence,
you're like Jeffrey Dahmer.
you can absolutely lay them down. If they like come
Wanted
in,
dead or alive.
there you go. Yeah, basically.
Uh-oh, Jova Q called me out. He said, no, my dad used to tell me he drove an M4, and he said you can't use the 50 BMG on civilians, but you can hit them with the cannon.
Not true. You can use a 50 B&G on combatants. Absolutely, you can.
Combatants, not civilians. Thank you.
Yeah, well, you're
You're no
not.
longer a civilian if you're a combatant.
Yeah, the moment you pick up that iron, that whole civilian thing is done. Tim Hoppa, great to see you.
Jail.
The
I
he
mean,
used much
honest-
worse than a 50 on combatants. Very true.
Mhm.
120 millimeter cannons.
I will consider carrying it. I don't know. It just seems a lot to carry excessively, even though I do carry excessive amounts of equipment already. So we will have to see.
I mean, when you said 6 to 7 magazines, I was like, dang. It's like you could replace like a 16th of the weight of one of those magazines with this little thing right there. And it's a great.
But
could
if
also
I
just
need
throw it
one
at
of those magazines, that fucking pepper spray is a waste of having it on me.
Of course. And up until this date, how many magazines have you needed to live through the day?
As many as I've needed pepper sprays.
Exactly. So it's just something that we carry to talk about to fill up 2 hours of a live stream for no reason. No, I mean, look, if I ever find myself in a situation, because like BB said, I don't think any of us have like the desire to
Hell
use any
no.
force on anyone for
Oh,
anything.
yes, that's right.
Clearly Rich agrees. I mean, none of us have the intention to, but we're absolutely willing to defend ourselves and our family and all that. And if there's an instance to where, between the ordinary force and before lethal force, if I could potentially diffuse the situation by making someone uncomfortable for a couple hours with OC spray, absolutely. I'd much rather do that than,
So- Is
Just go to
the
the hammer.
spray you have 1.5 ounces?
Let me.
So
take
I'm
a look
gonna
here.
need a couple people to since I have to do training on OC spray, I'm gonna need a couple people to volunteer.
I'll be there.
All right, perfect. We're gonna make some videos of me training, draw to first shot, OC spray on Rich. We're gonna time it. We're
You
gonna
have
see how
at least-
fast he goes and count how long I have to retreat.
You have at least a dozen half-second spurts, and it's a very clear.
Is
very
that accurate?
Yeah, no, I'm serious.
At least 12 half seconds. So what happens if you hold it down for the full 6 seconds?
Then it's donezo. Then you better throw the can at him and grab your hammer.
Okay.
I
I tried to OC spray him. Pull out the camera. Somebody record this. I tried to OC spray him. So Lightning Scott says cops use the pistol as a last resort, just like you should. As a cop, you can't use the threat of deadly force only for compliance.
Yeah, and I was referring to more so like when people are like clearly a potential lethal threat, and I
there's a
see
lot of 'em.
cops not drawing their gun because of the climate, like because of the current situation.
I mean,
of
if you
things.
also have a warrant for somebody, like I've seen people come with a warrant and the person's literally like, you're not going to arrest me. We're going to fight. Right. And still they're like having their taser out. So it's like, okay, so you threatened me as a police officer. Now, once you make a threat that you're going to fight me, if I do my job, which is I have a warrant for your arrest, you need to come with us. And then you threaten me. I could see that as having a weapon on you. Like you obviously know you can get shot by a police officer. You have a warrant for your arrest. The cops are here to see you. Like I could see that as a reason to have your gun out at
Yeah,
that
but
point.
being
Because you don't
careless,
know. I've also seen where the guy turns around and next thing you know, he's got a gun.
being
So
careless about your own safety is
Yeah.
different than
Correct.
showcasing the potential of lethal force or whatever you want to call it. Rich, I don't think it's 1.5 because this big old one, which is massive, is 1.8. This thing is like a freaking garden hose of OC spray.
how many seconds you got of that one?
A lot. I don't know. Like I watched the videos. Matter of fact, I'll pull up the short. This one is a 10 foot. You can probably get 10 to 12 feet out of it. And I know it's a pink one. It's kind of funny. But this one, you pull out, stick your thumb in there, and then you have a little squirt, and you're getting about 10, maybe 10, 12 feet, depending on which way the wind is going. I mean, there's a bunch of things to consider when deploying OC spray. You also got to hit them with the Zorro Z over their eyes and nose. And this thing, though, like that's like a squirt
Do we
gun.
have any
This is like a
footage of
garden
anyone
hose.
using OC spray that
There's tons.
All right, so let's pull one up and review a situation where OC spray was needed and they couldn't have done anything else in this situation besides use the OC spray.
Oh, well, I mean, they could have run, like I don't think we could say there could have been no other thing.
I just want to see at least a situation where it's like, good thing that guy had OC spray, because from majority of the footage I've seen using it, it's like he probably could have slapped the dude in his mouth with an open hand and been fine. The guy would have just backed away. Most of the situations I've seen, it's like somebody very non-threatening that the other person really doesn't want to engage with this person, so they OC spray them and walk away. Like 90% of the ones, probably 100% of the ones I've seen.
I mean that in that situation, I mean, yeah, if most of the videos where dudes OC spray someone, they're little dirt bags carrying a saber, pepper spray, and their little soft vages. I mean, most of the stuff is like vaginal behavior, but there's absolutely been tons of videos on like ASP and similar things where OC spray
gram factors
de-escalates the situation.
It's in the room.
Some of these are fake. Some of these are funny. Defensive use of pollen pepper spray demonstrated by defense. So many of these are demonstrations.
Wait, were you at Iraq Veteran when Tank, or what name is he going by, tased a bunch of people?
I don't think so, no. He was just going around tasing people?
Well, they volunteered to get tased.
Oh, I was like, what? Between a kind word and a gun, that's not even the thing. Man, I'm gonna have to like go to ASP and find a video, because all of these are advertisements or people OC spraying themselves, which are hilarious to watch. I want to show you. Hold on.
Choices says I don't want a cop that needs a gun. I want a cop that can manhandle stuff without a gun. And I feel you, but you also can't like live your whole life trying to manhandle every single person that you come across. That's not going to end good for the police officer, I think, statistically. You as a cop are not going to have, you're not going to be I don't know, pick your favorite MMA fighter, and he's not going to be that guy all the time for $60,000. You're not going to have cops that are that level of qualified with police officers. And I think that there should be an expectation of fear, which that would create a very good expectation of fear. But bro, I've seen videos where there's some pretty massive people out there who can fight also. And I'm okay with them getting shot. I'm okay with cops shooting people that want to harm them, especially if they have a warrant for their arrest or they're non-compliant. Like, I think we should create a society where you should be compliant to the police unless you're willing to have it out with them. I think it should be that. Like, I don't think that there's any situation where a hand-to-hand combat with a police officer is going to end good for anyone involved, for the civilian or for the officer. I think guns actually create a very sophisticated society where you should be afraid of that as a threat if you don't comply with the law. And that's been that way for a long time.
Well, you should have enough respect, you know, right off. Not,
For sure.
Not to...
All right,
Yeah, and again, the best part, I think, as Christian men, we should be always looking to de-escalate. And as my first instructor said that I got my first carry permit from, is the best gunfight is the one you avoid.
Finally, ladies and gentlemen, Rich shows up to the chat. Those are the wise words we were waiting for.
Polite society.
Very true.
I think we
But
don't
about
have
all the
a
fist fights at the gun
I
show.
think de-arresting myself shouldn't be frowned upon. Yeah, I mean, you guys are entitled to your opinions. I think that if you send your cops out there to have street fights all the time, it's not going to end well for your force.
Well, I think just to be clear, because like I mentioned this earlier, all lethal force should be reserved for lethal force. All less than lethal force should be used specifically for less than lethal force. All ordinary force should be used for ordinary force. Now, does that mean that you can't up the ante? Typically, we want to de-escalate, but when you're de-escalating, sometimes that means you escalate to the next level of force to maybe prevent it from getting to lethal force, right? If someone is trying to, get in a fist fight with you, yeah, I'm totally down with OC spraying somebody to take the starch out their jammies, Here, hold on. This is... it's hard to find a great example, but this was one that looked pretty good. There may be some foul language because, this guy made bad life decisions and probably doesn't know his father, but alas, here we are.
I put that on everything. I put that on everything. You're not going to touch me. Ain't nobody said touch me.
And they black come up and say,
ain't nobody finna touch me.
and they black.
Ain't nobody finna touch me. I'm gonna tell you. You was not finna be no.
Step out.
Checking out.
Ah,
An ad for an ad blocker? Okay.
shush. Yeah, so he didn't like that very much. Let's go back to that. Okay, that's kind of funny. I mean, that was like almost. Oh, did my mouse just die? Are you serious? That was almost like immediate there. Hold on.
Camera on. I put that on everything. I put that on everything. You're not gonna touch me. Ain't nobody said touch you.
They make black cap up and say,
Ain't nobody finna touch me.
they make black.
Ain't nobody finna touch me. I'm gonna tell you. You was not gonna be no.
Step out.
I could listen to that all night long.
I know that scream is just. And look, okay, that was just one that I found. There's been instances like on active self-protection where dudes have busted out pepper spray, or where they've given examples of like, this would be a great opportunity for OC spray, but they maybe didn't have the means. Or there was a great example where there was a kid on a boat recently. Did you see that one on active self-protection where there was like
yeah.
20-year-old on a boat or whatever?
Well, first off, don't run your mouth, kid.
Yeah, I mean, he said some stupid things. He shouldn't have. He was trying to de-escalate.
That was
it
one I was
and then
thinking about.
tried to
It's
sound
like,
tough.
don't write checks with your mouth. You're not prepared to cash with your ass.
Yeah, it sounds kind of like that. It's supposed to be, don't write checks with your mouth that your ass can't cash. Because if you say you're cashing a check with your ass, it sounds a little, sexual. But yeah, I mean, the kid said a bunch of things, like he was trying to de-escalate it, and then when the guy kind of started to, stop freaking out as much, he started talking smack. And the moment he got closer, dude, the moment that the dude's boat starts getting closer to yours, first off, you could have been like, psh, and then peace out. Like that. There was no need to. I mean, he let him board his boat, and then he was like, please, 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 please. That's how most people are going to react when they're, going up against lethal force. Show me someone that's never been punched in the face. That kid right there. Someone who is just deathly afraid.
What I say to you today?
You're
What did I tell you that terrifies me?
That terrifies you?
That there's probably 20-year-olds walking around that have never been punched in the face.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
So, if he would have OC sprayed the guy as he got on his boat, and the guy's choking,
so his
been
three
before.
buddies would have
sure.
jumped on and gave the kid a beat down. He would have.
I think he should have had. I think he
able
should
to
have had a
remember.
firearm on him.
It's yeah, okay. So I agree. No one is saying it's okay, but if you're talking crazy to somebody and
here's
not
the thing.
prepared to fight, people will step out of line and physically attack somebody for words. It's not right, right?
All right, raise your hand here if you're on the panel and never been punched in the face.
And never been punched in the face?
And never been punched in the face.
I've been punched in the face a lot.
Yep.
I'm the youngest
And
of gang
so
of
what
kids.
we have learned as men or as young men in high school, junior high school, is that you run your mouth enough, someone is going to cash that check with a fist in your face.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we learn, because we've been hit in the face, to STFU. There's a point, in what I've said about everyone. Doesn't matter how nice or whatever, you run your mouth enough, I'm going to get a fist in the face from Dark, from Red Dawn, from Crump. It'll happen.
At some point, depending on what topic
And
we're discussing.
We all need to know there's a point, you STFU and walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The gurgle sound.
Here's the thing: there's always somebody bigger, and there's always someone stronger. We're not talking like
Always.
right
Or
now,
there's
right?
somebody that's a little dude that can hit.
Dude. One of my craziest fights that I never ever would have assumed this outcome. Skinny, lanky, tall people have tremendous reach, and they can just weave their little knuckles through. And I fought this little dude. I was like, I'm gonna crush this dude. And we start boxing, and his speed, his reach is all that he got me on almost all categories. I still got my licks in, but let me catch you.
I mean, that's
good
one of the
time.
reasons why going hands-on is, I think, as a police officer, you have a gun on your side, outside carrying, open carrying a firearm, and you're gonna go hands-on with someone that doesn't have one, who's resisting. If you do that enough times, someone's gonna get your gun. It's just.
I mean, it's hard to
normal
tear a gun out of a level 3 holster, but I mean, I see police
feel you,
use
but-
OC spray more than, and
I think they should use OC spray more than the taser.
Oh, for sure. OC spray works way percentage wise. OC spray works way more often than the taser. The taser fails. It is like literally flipping a coin.
Yep.
That's what the reality of a taser is. You're flipping a coin. And that one video where the old drunk black dude is sitting there with like his shirt ripped, and the cop is like 6 feet away from him, and he's like, taser, 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 and then he hits him, and clearly the prongs like hit the guy, but they just didn't, they weren't effective. He turns around with his cigarette. He's like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. He's just standing there like, it's crazy. Like, too many things can go wrong. One day, years from now, we're going to be looking back at the fact that police officers used tasers, laughing at how stupid of an idea a mobile, electrode with fish hooks. It's dumb. It's when it does work, it works all the way. Most times when it doesn't work, it doesn't work very well.
Is it just me, or do I see like the hand ones working better than the shooting ones?
Well, that's what. So once you discharge the cartridge, you can drive stun, where you just touch them with it and pull the trigger. Or you can remove the cartridge and drive stun. Yeah, but like it still, I mean, even in that case where you're not shooting the probes at them, they're only being tased while you're tasing them, right? Whereas like when they have the probes in them, you pull the trigger and it continues to tase for like 10, 12, or 15 seconds. So you can like literally cuff them up while they're being tased, and it is a neuromuscular response. You can't like not respond to it if there's a good connection of both barbs.
So Mr. Bullshitter sent me this one. The title of the video is called "Fool Attempts to Break My Equipment and Gets a Face Full of Pepper Spray Instead."
Oh, I've seen this. This is the First Amendment auditor guy.
All right, so let's check it out. There could be cursing in this as well. So if you have little ones,
I hate to say, I watch this guy's stuff. I get stressed out.
Yeah. Just for the beginning. But this, if I recall correctly, this was also a situation where it was kind of a bitch move to tase the guy. But breaking someone else's equipment, or pepper spray him, breaking someone else's equipment is technically assault.
So you could punch him in the face and beat the snot out of him.
Mm-hmm.
Punching him in the face is different than that's also assault. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know.
But if someone assaults you,
you can defend
yourself with. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
so
yes.
Is my stuff considered an extension of me?
No, it's an unwanted touch. I forgot the exact terminology. I'd have to pull it up, but. I think that's the dude that rolls up on him.
You gotta go to most replayed.
Is there a spot there?
Yeah,
Where do
you
you see
see it about a quarter of the way,
go forward.
quarter of the way from the end.
Right here?
Like a sun coming up.
Oh, I just saw that. Oh yeah, this is the dude that gets OC sprayed. It totally changes his behavior though. Oh, this is a different one, yeah.
Give me your phone, bro. Give me your phone.
Back up, man.
Why you recording me, bro?
On trip. Back up.
Oh, you said what? I'm from EC1, I know, nigga. Give me your phone, nigga.
Do not try to represent your dumbass neighborhood.
He ran into the fucking car. He walked into the thing.
Now his car is in the middle of the street, and this
Jump in
dude,
the car! Jump in the car!
dude.
Bro, but see, now he's going to just stand there and keep recording. Eventually, he's going to come back.
Oh,
What do you have, another
comes
pepper
back.
spray? Like, what
but
if you
he's still-
escalate? I feel like you could escalate.
Oh no, you're hurting for a couple hours. There's
Oh,
no-
he's going down the block. Oh, shoot.
Oh, Mr. BS, this was a good move.
He's on the phone. So he just left his car running
Look-
in the street.
Look at this dude walking, bro.
He's on the phone. He got the phone.
He looks like he just changed his sexuality.
His head was cocked like that. Oh man. Oh, he's hurting. He's hurting bad.
Look how he's walking. Oh, shit.
Oh,
Again.
He just dropped
Jeez.
something. That's his check. He just dropped his check.
oh.
Oh, my. You ever see somebody get hypnotized like... you
Bro,
were
I'm
never
carrying
gay?
pepper spray now just because I want to see this shit.
Oh, my. Oh.
You
He
can't
lost
rub
his paycheck is down the road.
it. Dude.
So, wait. Who's the cameraman with?
They're just First Amendment auditors. They
So, so this guy's the op, is
Yeah.
what we're saying.
just
So he found out.
Look how he's walking, bro. I'm telling you, that
It's
shit
like,
changed
oh,
his
that-
sexuality.
That was the gay spray.
real.
That was the.
That was the game.
No way, dude.
Yo, shout out to Mr. Bullshitter for sending me this video.
Yes.
No, all right. I do not believe this is real. I do not believe this is real.
It's 100% real.
All right. And if it's real, I need to get that gay spray.
The gay spray. It's probably Palm OC for real. I wonder how many comments are saying, "Yo, what
Hold on,
kind
he
of?"
just said it. He just said it.
Chill out, man. Chill out, man.
Chill out. I'm gonna hit you again.
He said, "What did you hit him with?"
Sit down right here. Sit down right here. Sit down.
Spray him again. Spray him again.
Hey, get him some water, man. Get him some water. Get him some water. Pepper spray, man. It's just pepper spray.
It's just pepper spray. I got a feeling it could be something else by the way he said it.
Come on.
It's just pepper spray.
Dude, I hate to. I put the video up here because I want to read the comments.
I know. The first place I want to go is the comment.
Bro, this dude's car is like on in the middle of the street. Did he just spray some more?
You shouldn't be
No,
grabbing
no,
people's
he's
stuff.
like.
Did he?
I mean, you're.
I don't know, bro. It
done,
looked
so-
orange.
One of the comments. That wasn't pepper spray. That was estrogen. The guy went from
Oh no, he's
full
vaping.
gangster to
Shouldn't be grabbing
fabulous.
people's stuff.
Perfect. All of a sudden, nothing else mattered. You know.
Check out these comments. This guy went from gangster to walking like he's in a pride parade.
He said, "Someone hold my hand."
Someone hold my hand. His street cred
His street
dropped.
cred dropped.
The last one is the greatest pepper spray of all time. He went from a thug to a kitten in 0.1 seconds, bumping into all stuff. That was sheer greatness.
You got sprayed right out of the closet.
I'm going to beat you up to hold my hand, bro.
Oh man.
That wasn't pepper spray. That was estrogen. Literally everything we said are in these comments. That wasn't pepper spray. That was estrogen. Dude went from gangster to fabulous. Oh, okay. You were reading comments, weren't you?
Yes.
Okay. The company of that pepper spray needs to get a sponsorship ASAP. Wow. Well, that was so awesome. I would carry pepper spray just for the opportunity to watch someone.
Dude, I gotta be honest. There's been a lot of situations where I've been like, man, I so just want to just hose somebody down, but I never would do it
like
just
the
to
Star
teach
Wars
someone a
kid,
lesson.
Is this guy like laughed at forever?
Alex Jones was right. They were putting pepper spray in the water. That's exactly what it was. What'd you say, Rich?
You know the Star Wars kid? The Star Wars kid where like he was on the AV crew and he was like flailing something around like a lightsaber, and so he got mercilessly made fun of for the rest of his life.
Oh, you talking about the kid where they made all those videos of him?
The hundreds
yeah. I think that's where the original you know, where like he's like flying through space and he's like swatting all the laser things.
I mean, if you're gonna 2A audit and stand there and film people waiting for people to do stuff like that, pepper spray is great for that. Like he waited the moment he went for that camera, he was like,
I gotta say, so I went down to, there was supposed to be a protest of the Tesla haters.
I'm sorry, I love pecker spray. That's a good one. My bad. Sorry, go ahead.
There was supposed to be a Tesla protest. I went down there, and you've seen the guy. He's got the wand, and it says "retard detector." It goes, you know, like a metal detector. Yeah. And the people get hot, and they get a little handsy. I could just see that. I could just see these, you know, freaking queens getting sprayed down. They might go straight.
I know.
I mean, I have to say, I really don't put myself in these type of situations.
Yeah. I avoid everything I can.
Yeah.
OC is capsicum extract concentrate on steroids, like rubbing ghost peppers in your eyes. Yeah, for real. And the first thing you do, just like if someone sprayed you with a squirt gun across your face, the first thing you do is wipe it, which is the absolute worst thing to do. And I see all these videos where these dudes, I want to show y'all videos of the big one. I mean, it is like it is a garden hose of OC spray. It's crazy. But hold on, let me go back. Dude, if like in a small area, like if a car rolled up on you and somebody was trying to start smack, second the car door open, if you hit one or two people in the front, everyone is feeling it, dude. Everyone is feeling it until they get out of the whip. If you hit somebody and get them, these dudes that pepper spray themselves, they end up like hosing their face down with a hose, but all the water goes down and it drips down to their crotch, and then they all end up freaking out and having OC burns in their crotch. You know, it's bad. Let me see. Palm OC. Which one is this? This is Mark III. Okay. All right, let me see. I want to see. This is a 25-minute of the dude getting hit with one. That's terrible. Oh, I think that yes, this is the one. Okay, hold on. Oh, dang it. All right, so this I want to show what this Gigantor one looks like in the spray. All right. This is the Palm Mark III. This is the large one. It's a little bit too large for my, preference, but to have in a bag or something.
Let's get started.
I say
What?
you just pick rail mount that under your Glock 19.
Watch this.
Holy
Yo.
crap. You see that? Oh my
It
god.
near-
Bro, it just freaking, oh my goodness. Made this whole cardboard full with pepper spray. Yeah, it's strong. Alright, we're gonna test if we can spray upside down.
Dude, that is,
Bro,
that
that shit
is
is
a
like wasp spray.
yeah, it is like a straight up fire hose.
I think that's a good thing.
I would feel
Bro,
bad.
this thing is insane. Do you see all this spray?
That's
Yeah, this
crazy.
right here, Palm MK, very reliable, very strong, and as you see, freaking, it's like a fire extinguisher. You cannot go wrong with it. Very reliable.
I wonder what happens if you get it directly in your mouth.
Thank you, Palm Industries.
It's hot.
I'm gonna spray myself like it.
I need some volunteers.
10 out of 10 worst pain, and I can just barely.
10 out of 10 worst pain.
Bro, he's tougher than Buddy we just watched. I don't think he sprayed himself.
It was probably just a small exposure. That even just getting like
Fumes.
yeah, just even a little exposure is like, I mean, you could feel it. I will say though, I talk smack about the Saber line, usually because the Saber line is not as easy to carry. It's not as small and convenient, and the safety isn't as,
It's a big
solid.
button there.
Yeah, you got to lift the button up and over. It usually can move by itself, and it's just not. But it is pepper spray and tear gas, and that thing is no joke. And if you do hose somebody down, Saber with pepper spray and tear gas is no bueno. And I've been exposed to some backsplash of Saber with tear gas. Also, I've had a cloud of tear gas. Well, we can talk on another show about that one. But yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any downside to carrying OC spray. And I've been tempted every now and then to be like, I just want to teach this mofo a lesson, but I would only use it if I absolutely needed to in a self-defense encounter.
No, I feel you. I could concede that carrying OC spray could be a good thing. I don't
I
think you should
appreciate that.
feel bad though if you don't have it.
You should definitely feel bad. You should feel terrible about all of your life decisions. You should be wondering, this is a
you
good
don't have a
question.
definition knife.
Hey, you know what? I'll drop because you brought up DK. I appreciate that. I'm gonna drop something new for y'all. BV Luminous says, has anyone had one of those cans burst? So I have carried OC spray now every day, 24 hours a day, unless I'm in the shower. Literally, it is on me all day, just the same
Sig
as my
does
gun,
not
my knife.
make the OC spray.
I wouldn't carry one if they did. I don't
If
care how
Sig
good
made
it
it.
was. Just randomly squirting OC spray.
like the bathroom shit.
Yeah, the aerosol, every 30 minutes it just
320 OC.
automatically
320
goes
OC,
off.
boy.
Oh,
I have a
man.
question real quick for Flying Rich. Flying Rich, have you been swayed by this conversation to start to carry OC spray?
Well, I think the best thing was
Not until the video.
Until that video, right?
the video, not you, not Dark.
Yep.
The guy going gay, going from gangster to gay. Yeah.
Yeah. that gay spray. You got to carry that gay spray on you, bro. It's worth it just to have. If I gay spray someone, my phone is coming out right away.
Yeah.
Watch the
Mr. BS.
transformation.
Straight up, dude. That would be the first thing that I would do. I'm about to start carrying the FPV camera joint.
Yeah.
If I OC spray somebody,
Go gay. Go gay. Go gay.
Hey, rainbow spray. Dude, so BB Luminous says, I've seen this propane camp fuel canisters burst. They shouldn't either. So that's true. So in my experience, the years that I've carried OC spray for like 23 and a half hours a day, absolutely not. I've carried it for like literally 23 and a half hours a day, and I'm on my third one, and I've never had any of them discharge, burst, and I've also kind of beat them up pretty badly too. My last one actually fell out at a children's event. That one, yeah, we don't need to talk about that.
I do have to see the safety on it and stuff, because like I said, I worry about little fingers being able to just get underneath it, and that looks pretty good.
So you have to push it up
all the way up,
and
it covers to the top to get it.
I mean, it could, and it is a very deliberate push. But usually what I do is I carry pocket clip out with the hose side out. So that way, when I pull it out like that, I can slip my thumb in there. And
all right.
I'm about to
one. I mean, I have some. I don't have any palm, but I do have a few of them. So I will carry what I have. No, you didn't.
I'm just kidding. Oh, man, that would be...
It really wouldn't surprise me if you did.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! What is going on?
Somebody hold my hand.
I can't believe this dude said someone hold my hand. Maybe after, when you just freely walk into that much stuff, you're just like desperate for direction.
He ran into two separate cars. He ran into them.
Three. He ran into the RV first, and then he ran into his car. He ran into the Mustang.
Bro,
he was walking this way.
Honestly, my first reaction would have probably been to get back into my car and turn the air on and try to get my eyes in front of the air conditioning.
Dude, I cannot believe, like, when you hear people say it takes the starch out of your jammies.
Like, taste the rainbow.
He had no fear of going back to them. He was just begging for help. He wasn't like, oh man, I don't want to go back and get sprayed again. He was like desperately searching for assistance. He's like, can you move my car for me? Oh man!
What if when he was trying to call people, he called like 6 coworkers? He didn't know
all the
who
wrong
he was
people.
calling. All the wrong people. He called an ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know, his ex-girlfriend's mom.
I was gonna say he called his dad, but
he called his dad, Daddy.
Go
hold his hand, son. Go ask someone to hold your hand.
Go ask if someone will hold your hand. Oh man, he would have got hit by a car out there for real. Taste the rainbow. That is spray the gay. Oh man, you know, it's so funny to see someone that's like, what? You know, he was literally throwing, for people that don't know, when he said I'm from whatever neighborhood, whatever, he was trying to flag a gang. All right.
Yeah.
He was trying to represent a gang, and the dude was not.
He's when they see that footage, he is so out of the gang
forever.
Now he's got to worry about the gang coming after him, all kinds of issues.
Yeah, ex-girlfriend / future boyfriend. Oh, you guys are so foul. Dang. Was waiting for the Carl clip. Carl. Oh yeah. Oh man, that was good.
No. Oh.
Dude, I got, you know what else I got when it comes to OC? Hold up. I got something for you. I got the OC grenades.
I think it would be sick to have like on your security cameras, like because you can't have like guns, mobilized guns. I wonder if you could have like pepper sprays that are at the front door.
Okay.
I guarantee you that
no
could
lie.
be legal, right?
Literally, Sport Brand and myself talked about how not only hilarious but effective it would be to have a Ring camera with a remote pepper spray unit
Yes.
installed inside of it. And I was like, I wonder what the legality is on remote pepper spraying random people at your front
Right?
door. But
What
I
if
mean,
it came out of the people,
it's
like
Jehovah's
dead out of the
Witnesses,
people?
dude, as soon as I heard that Jehovah's Witnesses thought that Jesus Christ was the illegitimate son of the devil, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you can.
They
Yeah.
do?
That's what.
That's not the story I've heard.
That's not a story I heard, but today I heard a couple
The
interesting things.
illegitimate son. I've always heard they think he's Michael the Archangel.
No, Michael and Jesus were involved.
Well, I guess Michael
in-
would be considered like Lucifer's brother. Right?
Yeah,
Like they're both, the way that they would look at it, they have a very weird.
and that Jesus was the illegitimate son of Elohim. That's what they think.
The illegitimate one.
So of one of his brides.
I've gone into it because they got the wrong door coming. I have
Dude.
history books and books and books and books and books.
Well,
that
now
I bring out to them.
Dog, there's a couple places where you can just pull up the text and be like, hey, here, read this to me out of your book. Ah, interesting. And now let me read this to you out of my book. So
Keep sealed tear gas grenade.
so this is a well, it says it. These are, it's an auto thing where you hold it down and it starts spraying and you throw it and it just sprays. It's an aerial denial thing.
So you once you pop that cap, there's something you pull.
It's going. No.
it's-
Once you pop the cap, you press it down, and once you press it down for more than
It
a
stays
second,
down.
it stays down, and then you toss it to an area. So, I mean, you do risk a little bit of exposure, but as long as you point it out and then toss it, it's it's someone else's problem. But
Gotcha.
if it hits the plastic part hard enough on a hard surface,
It'll
it
shut
can
off.
also stop. Yeah, it can.
Gotcha.
But I mean, it's kind of gimmicky unless you toss it in a vehicle. There's some uses for it, but
Interesting.
$29.99. I was like,
I do
wrong.
think for sure, like a Ring camera or any of those things with pepper spray built into the door as a defense mechanism, like someone starts beating on your door,
oh, they're getting it.
psh, it'd be nice if it had like holes, like little holes all through the whole door, just.
That's not a bad idea. I honestly, I may, if it didn't make the situation more dangerous by just cracking the door or sneak around from out back.
Maybe you need one of the dungeon little peepholes, like
Dude, yeah,
like
one
Return of the Jedi type shit.
Or like one of like the big ones. It looks like a butcher's block. It's just like a wood thing on hinges, like a
Yeah.
speakeasy. But dude, this thing is like a fire extinguisher of OC spray.
Facts.
Man, with the
ATF would come
video
with a nozzle
camera.
and tape.
Yeah, for real. With the door cam, you get the whole gay reaction on film
On
too.
camera?
Yeah.
I mean,
They run into
should-
the single
They should
thing.
sell
you
the
know,
OC spray with a camera on it.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a good. That other guy had a camera attached to him, and then he OC sprayed someone. But I'm probably gonna watch that video again after this. I thought it was another one. There's that dude has an. I think it's actually the same guy. They're like First Amendment auditors. I think there's been a couple times where he's OC sprayed people.
But I'm gonna go back and say most people, even in this situation, like you had two of your, like if me and Dark were there and someone rolled up on us,
Yeah.
we would have a lot of fun watching that for sure.
Yeah.
But we also could have been like, sucker, what?
Yeah. Yeah. Just,
Beat your
but
ass.
I mean, it would have probably escalated into an all-out fist fight. And then if he like grabbed a
Mm.
knife or something, or I'd probably just sleep him.
Then
you
homie
know.
would have been on a t-shirt.
Yeah, you know,
My boy was such a good boy.
he just wanted to save up some money for some Jordans. Joe Morris, good to see you, man. South Africa level deterrent. For real.
Hilarious.
Fire Rider, I don't know if I said what's up to you, Fire Rider. Good to see you. Range, nighty night. Have a good one. All right, yeah, we can wrap up. I think I have a feeling that if you produce a canister of OC spray with a camera on it, could be construed as malicious intent if bought and used. Could be. It could be. It still would be hilarious, but you know, I don't know. I don't have
They definitely can make a remote switch, Wi-Fi controlled that.
for sure.
100%. That's easy cakes. You know, you pop the canister in.
Yeah, like a
You
refill. Definition Knives needs to market that.
Yeah.
Here, I'll show this real quick. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, I don't have it. Here's what I'll do because I don't have the images handy. One of the knives that's coming out in launch 2 is I'll just say this. We're gonna drop it tomorrow. Rich, how about that? You ready to drop it tomorrow?
Yeah, sure.
All right, we're dropping a knife tomorrow. Keep an eye on the Instagram. Keep an eye on the YouTube gram, and we're going to be dropping a
Sick.
new knife tomorrow. Be on the lookout. I was going to say the name and show a picture of it and stuff, but I don't have any of it prepped. So
keep it for the full drop.
yeah, you just got to wait till tomorrow. It'll be introduced on the Instagram. Definition Knives on Instagram. Check it out. And as we go through and come to the close, yeah, you guys do your thing.
All right, I have one other question for you guys. Should you carry every day a pincher's a pouch and slick shoes?
Yes.
And if you don't know what those two are from, then you don't know.
You don't know. I mean, I would.
know.
I think it's a great idea, and I think you should also have a shirt with Glenn from The Walking Dead on it because it looks just like him.
Anybody who knows where pincher's a pouch and slick shoes are from. There you go. Awesome.
Boom.
Sauce.
Awesome sauce. Welcome. Awesome sauce. There you go. Thank you, Kurt. There's the Definition Knives Instagram. So Goonies never die. Yes. Tech Money got it. Tech, good to see you. Goonies. Yep. Sorry, I probably missed a bunch of you guys.
Slick shoes.
What a terrible idea. And can we just say the way that the bad guy opened up the butterfly knife in Goonies was just terrible. Like no one opens up a butterfly knife like this. Like, come on, man. You gotta, you know. Anyway, go
They
ahead.
were like, nah, bro, we ain't got the budget in case you cut yourself.
We're not gonna teach you
Just do
anything.
this shit.
Just hold it 2 hands and flip it around like that. All right, we'll go ahead and close. Red Dawn, you can go first.
It's your boy Red Dawn Readiness, Instagram, YouTube, Rumble, all the other places. Holla at your boy. Come give me a follow. Jesus Christ is King and Lord. And seek him out, man. Seek and ye shall find. Knocking it shall be opened unto you. Wow, that's awesome. I thought those were like shears that cut bushes.
They are.
And yeah, make sure you guys sub up to Definition Knives Instagram so you can catch the Definition drop tomorrow. I'm excited to see what it is.
Not the
I
drop.
personally don't know.
It's launch 2.
Yeah, it's the first
Drop
knife of
is
launch.
something else. We haven't done a drop yet.
So I'm sorry. Words have meanings, and they're dropping a new definition launch 2.1
Yeah.
tomorrow. And yeah, Goonies never say die.
It's very true. Richie Rich, what about you?
FlyingRich.com, and of course the YouTubes is Flying Rich Firearms, both those channels. And if you want to send me a pithy message, you could always just send me a letter, handwritten, and no paragraph breaks. Or you could just hit me up at Instagram, Flying Rich Official, which is also on FlyingRich.com.
Awesome. Thank you, gentlemen, both for coming on and hanging out. And I appreciate the conversation. I think it's good, like, if we ever have things that we disagree with, to get on and you know.
Dark, part of your closing, a hand that is open to give is open to receive. I've been doing some volunteer work, and it's very rewarding.
Nice, man. That's awesome. Have you noticed other blessings appearing in your life after you started giving more of yourself?
Just doing it is good for me. It's good,
Yeah. So no.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sure. I'm
No,
sure.
It's look
Either that, or I'm working myself out of the hole I dug myself into when I was mostly not sober during my 20s.
Every single thing that exists is of the Lord, right? So every good thing that's happened to you is, all glory goes to God, right? So
all glory goes to God, man. Be grateful for the little things. Life is a precious gift, and you are never promised tomorrow.
Which means if you can avoid lethal force by using OC spray, then save that precious gift from that bad guy and just watch him walk really funny for a couple hours. And guys, I appreciate all you guys tuning in and hanging out. I know it's difficult to always count on a show occurring Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, when sometimes they happen and sometimes they don't. So I am back. I was, gone for a little over a week, and I got to be honest, it was hard for me to not be here and do the show with you guys. So I am back, and we're going to continue doing a show Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Just be on the lookout. If you don't see me on this platform, then I'll be on the other platform. So it's either here or the green place, or sometimes I just fall asleep on accident. But I appreciate all you guys tuning in. Remember, guys, we are still in a culture war, regardless of the political changes that have been occurring in our world. We are still in a culture war. I encourage all of you guys to take this time to be a culture warrior, to get right with your family and get right with God, and be the best version of yourself that you can be. Be the spiritual leader in your household. Be the leader in your house, in your community, in your church, locally. And the best way that we can do that is by holding ourselves to higher standards and expectations. Some of the ways that I like to do that is by sharing rules with you guys. The rules that I like to close each show with are as follows. Rule number 1 is to shop at DLD Hardware and Definition Knives. Now, rule number 1 is to be kind. It's so important that we're kind in everything that we do. That brief interaction that you have with somebody else could have a massive impact on their life. So be kind. Rule number 2 is to live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others. When you bless others, you become blessed, because a hand that's open to give is open to receive. And rule number 3, because we know the only way for us to defeat evil is with good men skilled in violence, make sure that you're becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be, and be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you.
I almost put it on screen. We're on the wrong tube.
Yeah, wrong.
Non-lethal violence as well. And if you happen to use lethal violence and you have a non-lethal violence on you, probably toss it in a bush.
Yeah, get that on video too, though. And you know what? I didn't say, Rich, good on you for contributing to those less fortunate, by the way. I think that's awesome. And I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. And Christ is King, Christ is Lord. If you walk in freedom and if you bear His name, then you know what it feels like. And if any of you guys out there have curiosity of, what is it? What do you mean get right with God? Hit us up. Hit up Red Dawn. Hit up Flying Rich. Hit up Josh. Extended the same invitation too. We're no one. We're literally no one, right? We're just dudes, but we love sharing the gospel. So holla at your boy. We love all y'all, and we'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.
I'll be live tomorrow night, 9:40. No, 10:15.
10:15. Go subscribe. Peace.